Okay, cool. Everybody's going. Let us return to Hollow of Spears as we left it. Our party had very much gotten through a bit of a scary fight where one of them, uh, you know, shot the shit out of a white spine. Another of them jumped into the den of a white spine, as the saying goes, and a third approached Radiance. But as you guys celebrated and understood the weight of your victory, thanks as it meant to the villagers of Grinken, and prepared to set off, we will actually take a look away from your party and a few weeks earlier as we look on to those that made for Bethab in order to convince that High Prince to join with your cause. We have Talon, Liss, Nessa, and Carla we'll be looking at that, but to do so first, we need to know a bit more about them. So to go over a bit of how this is going to work for our interludes, my vision is we do a bit of 2 sessions, look in what's going on with them, and to truncate characterization stuff, I've created mechanical character sheets for you, but we're going to go through 2 things together as we talk them through. 1, stats for these characters, and 2, also experiences. So let me share the sheets with you. Configure ownership. Carla will go to her mother, Artilera, played by Nora. Liss will go to her friend Torlin, played by Belle.
Hell yeah.
And Talon will go to a... What do I do? Like old friends now? It's been 10 years. Is that the appropriate moniker?
Comrade in arms, scouts in arms.
Scouts in arms. Yin, played by Lark. There it is. Boop. Boop. So you guys should have it now under the actors tab and be able to see some very basic setup. Basically, you guys have some basic features from a class, like, mix and match a bit, as well as 2 actual abilities. But the main thing, the stats, are we're going to go through now.
Oh, not her having make a scene.
Give you a chance to look at them, think about the characters for a sec as I pull up my notes on just how we will be assigning stats. Okay. All right. First, we are going to look at your character, understand them a bit, baseline. Why don't we start with this? Why don't each of you talk about your character like 1 sentence, just like, okay, yeah, this is kind of who this person is, to the plot, to people, to who they are. Belle, you'll go first.
Okay. Actually, hey, Nora.
No, you got it.
No, you got it. Damn it.
Hey, why don't we do the one that we know nothing about? We know a lot about Talon and Carla.
Alright. Liss, as far as my understanding of her goes so far, is very much a apprentice spymaster under her mother Nessa, who's been serving under the Havar family for how long would you estimate now, Ash?
Definitely before Torlin was born, probably at least another 10 years back.
Yeah. So about almost 3 decades then? And Liss is known that life for as far as she knows, but now is on her path of figuring out who she is outside of this life that she has been born into.
How would you describe her connection to Torlin?
Friends and different to the power dynamic that she doesn't pay attention to.
Okay, okay. And part of the last minute homework, thanks to Nora, what do you think she's most afraid of?
I think Ash, you and I talked about this a little bit of, brainstorming just because I had trouble thinking of stuff. And I think the, not the core of the answer, but the place where we kind of ended up at is horses.
Cool.
Horses?
Yeah.
Greatest fear, horses. You know what? Those things are weird. They have fur.
Yeah.
They don't have shells. It's fucked up.
They don't have
You
shells.
have fur.
Well, yeah. But, like, they're not like us, which is weird.
All right.
Okay, Kaladin.
Is Kaladin also afraid of horses?
He just doesn't like
He
them, I
doesn't,
think.
he doesn't trust horses, I don't think.
I think most peasants are afraid of horses because in this world, horses are like crazy expensive. Only like the highest lords have them, and they are like a menace on the battlefield. And so people look at it, okay, fucking horses are scary. You hear horse cloves come in, you fucking run. All right, cool.
Huh.
Lark, go ahead and describe Talon for us from either your point of view, from the story point of view, from Ian's point of view.
I mean, Talon is, well, we met him when he was like a very like well-meaning, wanting to like impress everybody, like scout. I imagine he's changed. Like, look at that picture of him. And tell me there's a god.
So,
But I think he's sort of, like all of us, all of our characters have sort of gotten a thicker skin, a little traumatized. I mean, he's not been back to Rathalas since the first burning of it, so he is still got like the heart of gold, but much more hyper vigilant, much more just to try to make sure that nothing bad happens this time.
If this were Dragon Age, would he be hardened, yes or no?
Yes. I think, or maybe like on the way there, you're like one more option away from being hardened
One more wrong dialogue choice.
before suddenly Liliana is insane.
Well, let's talk about that because he was with you during the siege, and him and Aithi got separated along with, I forget his name, forgive me, Torlin's second in command. Torlin's second in command gave his life so that they could escape, and they were forced to flee north, or at least out of Rathalas. And being light eyes, it was not an easy thing to hide among the masses. And they've had a rough couple of years, scrounging as well from having run away with nothing to their name, and before eventually finding out that the Vars and the Tanalan survived and joining the eventual plot to retake Rathalas.
Yes.
The last couple years, right, Talon has served as the Havar's bodyguard, sort of. He's been teaching Torlin swordplay and whatnot, and he's reconnected with Yin thanks to all that.
Yeah, he's been able to sort of reclaim a little bit of what was lost, but the goal to reclaim everything is still there.
Mm-hmm.
He is desperately trying to teach this kid to do sword combat and also not die, because he's kind of the linchpin of this entire fucking thing. Yeah, it's suddenly become very important.
Very important,
Not
but
quite
still a soldier, sort of like, oh, hey, he's among the other important people, kind of just like he was with at the siege. He's just like, he doesn't make decisions, but he does carry out tasks that are important.
Yeah.
And so you said how we know so much about Talon but so little about Liz. I don't know if we know that much about Talon, Lark. So he's your child now. Create canon, decide what happened to him, decide where his motivations lie. It's all on you.
Yeah, I will do that.
All right. And then last question then, what do you think he is most afraid of? If you don't know,
Um,
even like maybe a direction you might want to take with that.
yeah, I think uh, I'm trying not to make him a carbon copy of Yin, but like I think his fear is like watching other people die and not being able to do anything about it.
Mm,
Because like he had to
yeah.
watch the second in command die and
I don't remember his
lose
name.
everything. Yeah, we'll remember his name someday. R.I.P. Dude, you were a real one.
RP. Somebody watch the VOD.
It,
Uh,
Bell should know he made the character.
It's so long ago.
That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Kalahar's best friend. Doesn't matter.
Listen,
Keller's dead.
I was gonna say it.
listen,
But yeah,
man, you can't say that.
Talon
Yeah,
is
so he's
afraid of people
just
dying.
yeah, he's afraid. I was afraid of like obviously he understands that people die in combat,
Mm-hmm.
but he's afraid of not being able to do anything about it. Like if it's like, oh, I did everything I could and it still didn't work, sure. But like if it's just like, oh, my hands are absolutely tied, this person's fate is sealed, I can't do anything about it. Um, that's where he gets.
Well, I think that is pretty accurate considering what do we know about Talon even before everything else? He was a scout, a light-eyed male scout when society would be like, no, why aren't you a soldier? Why aren't you on the front lines? And he was like, I'll be part of the culture, but I'm not going out there with a sword in hand and being a Kalar.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, Nora, how's Carla? Who is Carla?
Uh,
What has
Carla would love to
become?
know the answer to that question. Um,
Oh,
I mean, she's what? She's 21?
Mm,
20, still
the
very
grand.
much not, doesn't know who she is. Especially because, like, she's been very focused on other people. Well, I think she is someone who has, like, from a meta perspective, has been on the periphery, like, hasn't had much of an impact at all,
mm,
in terms of like her actions on the story, and that's something she's aware of and very unhappy about.
mm-hmm.
Um, she wants to be somebody, but she doesn't know who, and she doesn't know how.
Yeah, I can see that because I do think almost even more than what Lark mentioned, Carla has a thing about being powerless, and she probably
Yeah,
hates it, considering her personality we saw early was like very out there, putting herself out there, and
yeah,
then she came back to a battlefield to find her dad broken, and just
yeah.
sat in that cave with him, alone, not being able to do anything.
I did write earlier as her fear. I couldn't figure out exact wording, but like her fear is uh being like useless or
Mm,
helpless or like being unable to do anything to help. So very in
yeah,
line with Talon.
yeah. She does seem kind of similar to her mom in that she's a workaholic, but in a different way. Not that
Yeah.
she's trying to bury something. She's like she needs to get stuff done so that she doesn't feel that useless.
Yeah. She also kind of lacks the. Uh, tr- she's a workaholic, but it is, yeah, not running from something, more running, like trying to be useful, but also she doesn't really know where to direct that energy. She's very, like, she's young and she's hot headed and she's naive.
Mm,
And so she wants to help, but she's also, d- doesn't know how, but probably won't admit that.
yeah. She's also pulled towards various livings, right? Her dad was a soldier, mom's a merchant, and young as a kid, she was like, "Yeah, I'll go on the battlefield," and that
Yeah.
she found ability to be useful being a merchant. But she was also,
Yeah.
had that moment where she was like, "Oh wait, surgeon stuff looks cool too." Like she seems like she has a lot of potential to go in different ways, just because she has the she's ability to push herself in that direction.
If
Oh
this
no,
were a
she's
modern,
got,
she would switch her major every 3 months.
yeah. She's giving that Sylvia Plath poem about the fucking fig tree where it's like, all my possibilities are rotting on the vines. I can't fucking pick one.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. Now that we have a bit of each of the characters out there in front of us to kind of work with, we're going to start with stats as a way to follow their journey. Before the Siege of Rathalas, while living however your characters lived, right? I want you to think of something that they were just good at during that period of life beforehand, either as a kid or even like as they were getting more into adulthood, right? Whatever age your character was, put +1 towards that stat and tell me a bit why.
I'm gonna say agility because um this girl
Stealing
wanted to
my
be in
thing.
so bad. Wanted to be in so badly. And she was out there running around, jumping places she shouldn't be jumping. And couldn't be pinned down, like causing chaos and being a menace.
Very cool. Who else got something?
I was also gonna say agility because I feel
Mm-hmm.
like Talon's strength are not strength.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so like part of the reason why he became a scout was like trying to find uh trying to find a niche that like fit him,
Yeah.
and also allowed him like the freedom to do what he wanted.
Yeah. He's a
Uh,
bit older than
which
our other characters, so he was already a scout by the time we met him, and so he must have maybe he didn't have a strength, but he like pushed himself to become more scout like.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
how do I add? Fucking what?
Oh, you have to hit the wrench
The wrench.
under
Where?
to the right of effects.
Right.
Yeah.
Aha!
And the first thing we knew about Talad, right, was I was like, yeah, makes someone for the shortcut run. So it makes sense.
Oh
Agility
shit, yeah.
as well. All right, and Bell for Liz.
I think I'm kind of gravitating towards instinct to
Mm-hmm.
kind of play into her as she's younger, as growing up under Nessa and everything, of very much just learning through observation, of
Mm-hmm.
knowing that is going to be what she does one day. And the kind of like, I think she has a kind of pride about it, of like wanting to be able to do that and wanting to like, surpass her mother in this task. But that starts from just as a kid. I'm going to
Yeah.
stare at you real hard, figure out what you do.
Yeah. As a kid, she's not making any of the decisions or carrying out any of the missions, but she's listening to conversations her mom has. She's observing how her mom works, and it's just the like quiet kid that just is always watching your parent work.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Cool. With each of those +1s, now I also want to think you each to think as your characters were younger, what did they have a hard time with? What held them back in places and they knew like they were just not going to be good as even a regular person at this. Choose something to put a -1 towards.
You know what? This one I think it might be interesting just because,
Hmm.
uh, especially as we have two people who are more agility coded, where I think Liz, in her just, I don't know, more methodical approach to things, wasn't as agility of a person. I think,
Mm. She doesn't
way
act
down the
fast in the
line,
moment.
yeah, like way down the line, she'll pick up skills that are more like okay, control, aka like that kind of finesse kind of thing, where it's about like mastery over oneself. But pure speed, that's never been her proper forte. She makes up for it with other skills, but not outright.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. I promise I'm not copying you,
Yeah.
but you make a great point. I think Carla's bad skill is instinct. This girl, we know she doesn't have survival skills. Like she has negative uh survival instincts for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Yeah. Yen is stressed out about it.
I'm stressed out about
Yeah. Carla's definitely the type to like. She's not gonna think things through. She's like, "Oh, that's fun. That's
it.
cool. That's something someone I look up to, like, is involved
Yeah.
with. I'm in."
Yep.
Um, I think Talon's got his jump stat is presence.
Oh,
Mm.
Mhm.
Oh, poor
Max.
Tal.
You,
I
you know
think
the best
I
part
think
about you.
like poor Talon, like, but also just like he's not a very good liar.
Yeah.
Uh, like I feel like definitely for sure when it was him and Icy, she was the one doing all the smooth talking, and he was the he was the muscle trying to keep them both safe. Um, I think that he like just has a hard time like being smooth and suave and
Yeah.
like all the stuff that like Yin and Yura are really good at. He just could never figure out.
Yeah. Like, this is literally his initial concept, right? The awkward guy that has a crush on Yin. He's wearing his feelings on his sleeve. He's not good at hiding it because, like, Ithi and everyone figured it out right away. It's perfect.
Yeah, he is who he is, and at this point, he has no interest in like hiding any of that anymore. So it's like very much like you get what you get, and you don't what you fit.
Mm.
His awkward his awkwardness turned into an action over words kind of mentality.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, shit. Like, you made the fucking outline version too. That's sick.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, the other one's on outline.
Oh, that's so sick. All right. I will go grab that. But now that you guys all have that, the next thing to keep in mind is the siege, the battle. That event had an impact on everyone that lived in the rift. And you characters are not an exception, even though we didn't see each of your perspectives. I want you to choose a moment from the siege and turn it into a +1 that your character either realizes something they could do in the moment or even reflecting on what happened in the battle. It's a skill they invested in, something connected to a single moment during that siege.
Yeah.
One of our abilities.
Yes, any one of your
Okay.
abilities that basically was stress tested in some way and is connected to that moment.
Mhm.
I think talent is probably instinct. I think like getting out of Rathalas uh alive with someone else required a fucking lot of just like, you know, like being able to navigate through like all the places where like invaders wouldn't know how to get through, and then
Mm-hmm.
afterwards like using all his scouting abilities to uh get them as far away from like consequence as possible.
Yeah, and also fits because Talon was the one of the few people that didn't know the plan to take down Shardbearer. He just incidentally observed what was happening and kept pace somehow. And then as things went to shit, he had to figure out what to do after.
Yep.
I, I'm struggling. I kind of think knowledge because like the only parts of the whole thing that weren't awful and horrible Carla, were like the moments when she actually got to do something helpful. So like before during the battle, some of like Palin and then some of the other Ardents like put her to work in the infirmary and the field hospital. And then afterward, probably like the main thing there was to do was help assist the surgeons doing like field medic stuff. And then like, as we talked about in one of her majors at some point was like, oh, this is interesting. I could like learn more about it. And so I feel like maybe she latched onto that a little bit because it was the only time that she actually was able to accomplish anything whatsoever during the battle, and like everything else was so negative for her.
Yeah, she absorbed a lot in that moment just because
Yeah.
it was a lot, but she was able to take advantage of it.
Okay, quick question. Boys
Mhm.
also wear safe hand gloves or no?
No.
No.
I mean,
Sexist
I guess
at its
there's
finest.
nothing stopping it.
I'm just trying not to commit social faux pas in my drawing.
At all times. For Liz, I'm gonna say presence, as I think she took away a couple things from Siege itself, like ingrained into her head. But I think a big thing was that kind of she felt how like crushing it was of having the city be burning around her, and didn't much like that feeling. And unlike other people who were like, okay, yeah, I'm going to turn this into a uh, decade-long endeavor to try and take back Rathalas.
Mm-hmm.
Cough up to the ear, cough, cough. It's
Cop, cop.
more.
Okay.
She is more the instinct to be like, I'm never going to let someone else have that kind of effect on me again. In terms of like her mentality and everything, more of mental strength in that way. And I think that just carried forward to her more like social interactions of trying to just be that confident person to not let something like this push her down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. She like reflected maybe even what would she have done? How would she have like commanded people, taken charge? And that led
Yeah,
Oh
to
my
her
god.
like defining a personality.
it's a kind of thing
All of
of
these.
where like we've seen a lot of characters be like, yes, it was my fault. I couldn't do anything at the siege. Liz is opposite direction. I'm like, okay, I couldn't do anything because I was a kid. What would I have done? And just fully bought into that.
I love all these traumatized people being like, how could I better control things that I can't control?
Mm-hmm.
Not learning, oh, sometimes there are things that you can't control.
How do I
That's not
fix
the world
things
works.
entirely out of my power?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Everything's under my power, and everything always will be.
I just
So,
tried
Rachel,
hard enough.
If you just try hard enough, everything
if I
will be
grit,
just fine.
if I grit my teeth and
Really?
buckle down,
Oh.
I can't wait for all of these people to implode.
All right. Very nice. Now, 10 years pass. That's a long time. You, each of your characters had to learn new skills to live new ways because the world you knew was forever changed. I want I'll let you know both of the things. Next two things is one, I need a +1 to any stat that you're like, okay, this is a stat that your character relied upon during this next 10 years and help them out. So pretty free reign. The other though, I want you to choose something that you haven't invested any points in and give it +1 as you discovered that it too could be a strength.
Okay, can you run that by me one more time?
Yes. So choose any of your stats to give additional +1, including something you already gave a +1, right?
Okay.
And then choose one of your zeros that are still left over to give a +1 as your character discovered that they are good at that. They just never explored it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think agility gets a +2.
Okay.
Twinsies.
he so wants me in.
Do I give him strength or do I give him like finesse or knowledge? I don't know.
Try to decide between finesse and presence. Like, did Carla pick anything up from her mom in terms of presents, or is she, I feel like no. I feel like finesse. Because, like, it would make sense for her to learn that presence is useful, but she's so stubborn. And I think in the 10 years since the siege, she's actively trying not to be like her mom.
Hmm.
Also, because she's a teenager.
Also, she's brat.
Maybe she got a little sneaky.
Ooh. I'm like, do I pick the thing that lets me use my shield good, or do I pick for a story?
Hey, Talon mage, you can just hold the shield and not have to attack with it. Remember that. Like,
Okay, great. Um,
I think the simplest answer for Liz of what she trained would just be, again, going to spy work. She gotta learn how to hide.
yeah.
She gotta learn how to be sneaky.
Like, I'm not the fastest, but I can find the right spots.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, her mind works faster than her body might, so she just takes advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
That was
And
a strength that she didn't know she had.
Well, that was the finesse one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then which one
Well-
are you putting
Yeah, that's true. I think.
the point in? It's basically something she improved at.
Yeah.
I'm like, does Talon realize that he needs to be like sharper and like quicker on the draw and like go knowledge, like to be able to like comprehend things and like analyze a situation, or do I have him go strength to be like, I need to make sure that I can be in between the people I care about and danger?
You can make the
Let's
decision,
go
but I will say, right? Like, he did spend those 10 years with Ithi, and Ithi has brains. So maybe he relied on her for that.
Oh, true. Let's do that. Perf.
I like the idea of, like, being more soldiers. Talon maybe took charge at first, trying to get them to places and places, but it was Ithi who's like, could think of, no, okay, wait, we can actually stay here if I talk to this person and I convince them to let us stay, versus Talon's like, oh no, we should just keep moving, right?
Yeah.
Like, she found the smart solution that did allow them to survive and keep running.
I think let's learn the value of a good lie
Mm,
and just gonna take a one presence and she train that ability to just
Yeah.
be more suave in a way. Like it's like that spectrum of the spy skill.
yeah.
Um,
Like, she did have to spend a lot of time probably, like, talking to Torlin, both in and out of trouble.
yeah, yeah.
Alright, cool. So you are good then, as we have Liz at her strength actually coming out to be her quick tongue, but she's not as fast as others. Talon is fast and can hold the line, but he is not the talker. He is like gotten used to letting other people take charge and make decisions. And then Carla is also fast, always getting into things, and more so because she doesn't like thinking them through.
Getting into things because she has no inhibition. Just
All right, perfect. Now we're gonna do a few connection questions to bring your characters a bit more together in terms of your relationships. I will be sending each of you 2 questions and choose one for one person, one for the other. All right, Carla. Talon. And then Liz. And we'll take turns. Anyone can go ahead and start. And I will also be asking some relevant questions about world stuff in between as we go.
Oh, I think, okay, I already have who I want to ask these questions to.
All right, go for it.
Hey, so Yin,
Again.
what do we just,
Not
yeah,
yet.
what do we discover? Oh, not yet, sorry, wait. Correction, Carla, that's what I meant. Sorry. What
Like
have
the same person.
what have we discovered about your past that I hold secret from the others? I guess it'd be something more than 10 years, as Carla did
Wait.
her own thing.
Say that again.
What did Liz discover about Carla's past that is now a secret kept from the others?
Oh.
Oh, what did Carla get into now?
Yeah.
What? Oh no. Okay. Secret kept from the others. Do we think Carla has done any like merchanty things out not with Yura? Or
Yeah. Because once again, you're 2021. I do think the last 2 years, especially after the Zdenek and Varen thing, you've been working on your own.
okay, no one should let her do that. I think okay, hold on, let me zoom out on the map. Okay, I think at some point during some sort of like trading expedition thing to somewhere, I don't know where, Carla and Yura especially doesn't know this, but I don't think really anyone knows this, except for the people who were there. She managed to divert the caravan either on the way there or on the way home to Kolinar. And just essentially like made an unplanned pit stop. And like there was definitely a moment where she like went to like the keep and like stood outside and was like, what if I just went in there? And she did eventually leave. Like she didn't do anything stupid, but like she like did something to divert the caravan so they could go and like went to Kolinar and had a moment of like, what if I just killed Gavilar?
All right, let's explore that a sec then, because Liz, you were a dark-eyed help servant girl in the castle, right? I think that's how people that didn't know about the Var Spy Network would have known you, and it could have easily been you've been part of that caravan, right?
Yeah.
You're on there, and maybe like Carla is so focused on what she's like looking at, right? She's not maybe keeping track of everything. You didn't realize, you thought Liz was just like a helping hand, right? And you're looking there in front of the keep, up at it. Liz, what does Liz do anything as you're looking from afar? You've been tracking Madame Renal, right? The one that's like helping out with a bunch of operations.
I think Liz at first was confused. I'm like, okay, we're making a pit stop. Why? This doesn't really make sense. I don't think this is on our schedules or anything we have to do. And I think after this is like perspective on Carla's shifts. I just need to figure out in what way.
So, do you approach Carla at all, or no?
I think I'll ask Nora this. How long ago do you think this was?
I think this was pretty soon after Carla started running trips on her own, maybe like her second trip out even. Because I think she would have had a hard time resisting doing. I think it was like the first chance where their path almost like went near Kolinar. It wasn't planned. It was very like, oh, I'm in control of this caravan. I could just go there.
18 months ago.
Uh, this is difficult to actually imagine this would approach or not. I think it was 18 months ago. Liz would approach. It's been enough time spent around Light Eyes where it's not like, do I think it'll be worrisome, or do I think something annoying could happen if I were to actually try to engage with this person? And this is like, probably fine. I'm curious. So,
Do you just approach or do you say anything?
I think saying something, I'm just trying to figure out what to say specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I think Carla would just be standing there like she doesn't wear a sword or anything. Obviously, that would be improper, but she keeps her dagger strapped under like to her belt. Um, Probably like tucked behind like a pouch or even like under whatever coat or overlayer she wears, and is just like one hand is just tracing that shape.
Just that kind of like quiet tenseness of getting ready to pull a weapon, even though what could a weapon do against the castle kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Ash, would the proper like station wise be so like Lady Renal for
Brightness.
Marlo? Brightness. That makes sense.
That's like, yeah, Bright Lady would be very formal if it was like the mother, right? If Talia,
Yeah.
But yeah, Brightness, because she's basically near your age.
Yeah, that makes sense. Taking the view, Brightness.
I think she jumps a little bit. Instinct is her dump stat. I think there's a little jolt as she like comes out of whatever reverie she was in, and her head whips to look at Liz.
To help establish some context for Carla, this is just some dark-eyed girl who's been assisting the caravan. Like, you may have seen them time and time again, but this is your first real meeting and conversation with them.
Yeah. I think she has a little bit of a weird relationship with like the caste system, in that it feels very normal and natural to her, but at the same time, Yira was always perfectly happy to fraternize with Dark Eyes. But I think in more than anything though, she's just startled and just kind of like stares at Liz for a second. I am, yeah. The view.
Sorry. Hello, Carla.
Pretty big castle.
Yeah. It's a. You're saying, Ash?
Oh, no, you go.
Yeah, it's a mighty thing to take in. I mean, considering that we've made a pit stop, might as well, right?
I think she looks at Liz and is like trying to figure out if Liz is insinuating anything. And there's a little bit of like suspicion and confusion. And she's trying not to broadcast that, but she's also not great at hiding her emotions. And so she's just kind of like squinting at Liz a little bit, trying to see if she's implying anything.
I'm going to do one thing in that
Mhm.
you all start with 2 hope. I'm going to gain 3 fear for each of our new characters. And I'm going to spend one of those fears to be like, what did this dark-eyed girl just say? Like, you made a pit stop. It wasn't part of the mission. You were probably not going to leave it into the travel logs, right, where your mom would look over, and it's like, is she insinuating like, oh yeah, hey, of like, you know, basically this is also like your second trip which you've been in charge of caravan wise. Is she
Yeah.
like, you know, what's it called? Like,
It's just a challenge to authority there.
yeah, challenging your authority.
There's something
Exactly.
there.
Yeah, she squints at Liz for like a long moment, and then it turns into a little bit of a frown, and then she just like sharply turns heel and is like, "It's not that impressive," and starts to walk back to the caravan.
I love this grouchy, grouchy little girl. I love her so much.
I think does Liz respond to that? I think Liz just meets the frown as Carla turns with a slight smirk. It was like, I wouldn't find it appropriate for me to voice my
I'm gonna
agreeing
use
or
that
disagreeing
fear
with that.
to basically say the improv game change. No, look at
Oh.
this light-eyed woman. She's like, she's going against orders. She's like upstart. She's your age. She's been given a mission, and she's going against it. Like, you had a mission, you've been delayed because you were put on this caravan to do some scouting in a town, and instead you've been brought all the way to Kolinar.
It's on the way.
Like, and this is a danger. Like, if why is there a caravan here? If the danger of bringing it to your, you know, enemy's territory, if news spread of like, and anything could be found back to Davenar.
Yeah, I think
You remember
Bliss.
the last time you had to
Yeah.
cover for a Light Eyes and how it ended up.
Hmm. Oh God. Okay. These are complex situations right out of the gate.
We're not bonding anymore.
Man.
I will say this is not for you to like hate or like really think Carl's a problem.
Yeah.
But this like you're not gonna be a nice little dark eyes to her.
Yeah. Let's. A little conflict is good for the soul. I think instead as Carla turns, it's that like kind smile of that is adorned by like a dark eyes looking up to a light eyes, just kind of falls to a kind of like unimpressed kind of like straighter line, very much like work of it's thank God no one else can really like see this in the second that it's there for, but it's like almost of someone who feels like they have a proverbial higher position out of like expectation of what they need to do, being disappointed in some kind of subordinate from this dark eyes to this light eyes of because you did this, my more important job is getting fucked up.
And you're kind of right.
Yeah, but that's a fucking blasphemy. Before that goes back to a more like just normal expression. Nothing too out of the ordinary about it.
Do you think their dynamic changes at all on the trip back? Or does it stay?
I think it stays as this adversarial kind of thing. I don't know if it
Or
ever
like-
goes. Yeah.
Well, or like, does Liz become more adversarial to Carl? Like, if they start interacting more, or does Liz go back to sort of like being quiet to this, like, doing her job as quietly?
Will pitch in. I'm saying I do think your relationship changes in that,
Yeah.
you know, in front of people, Liz, right? You have to act like the good little dark eyes, but this person
Yeah.
now, for some reason, just ticks you off enough that you can't help
Yeah.
banter when you have the chance.
Yeah, or remark
Yeah.
here, there, bit too much. That's fine.
Okay, this might be a weird place to go coming off of that, but the question, can I ask my
Yeah,
question
of
for
course.
like,
Mhm.
I was gonna do what made you realize you're gonna be such good friends? And I feel like going there from here.
Yeah. No, that's perfect.
Yeah, I think I think Liz saw Carla consistently after this point even of like, oh, she sees herself as this like haughty light eyes of I am better than you and I will like play my hand close to my chest and do all these things to keep you a million miles away from me as I do my thing. But I think that shatters as the same thing that like ticks her off builds into this thing of like, oh, wait, this is actually something I can respect you for, even if it ticks me off, as Liz is there when Carla fucking tears into this like merchant partner who was trying to like shortchange them or fuck them up somehow, and Carla just doesn't have it. Even yeah, I think along those lines of Liz sees Carla stand up business.
I do like that. The like, because I think it'd be very easy. Carla is a little bit. You know, she's a moody teenager at
Mm.
this point, and I could see that coming off as very like haughty light eyes. Especially if she like is a little bit curt with people because she's grumpy, not because she thinks that they deserve to be talked down to. And
Yeah.
then like this is kind of the moment where it's like, oh, she's like that because she's just kind of aggressive, not because she's like a bitch to everyone. And also like even if she is a little bit of a bitch, like she'll stand up for our people.
I think a good relationship, like, buds there in terms of Carla needs, more people that she sees as a peer because she doesn't have any, right? It's all like guys fighting with swords out in the back, Torlid and Teravon. Um, but Liz, as a dark eye, is actually coming at her with banter enough that's like, oh no, I need someone that I can actually, butt heads with that I don't feel as bad, even if it's like polite comments, but it's like still like, of like passive aggressive back and forth little, bit. Same
Yeah.
time, Liz, it's kind of nice that like Carla. Okay, the first part is that Carla's your age and she's a light eyed, and
Mm.
so she's been put in a position of power. She's in charge of a caravan already at her age, right? And it's part of the
Yep.
plot more so, just by the nature of her birth, her mother, her light eyes, right? And she's not competent. She doesn't have any skills to back it up. You've trained your whole life under your mom, and you're supposed to just, on the surface, look like good little dark eyes. And part of you hates that, and so you make problems with her, but Carla takes them in stride.
Cool, sick. Yeah, I think. Oh, that's so cool. I was. I want to add a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Which, along the lines of, as Liz creates more problems for Carla, the building of a bond where it's a feeling of I think Carla gets more and more aware of Liz creating problems for her of this like kind of like bantery thing of yeah, this person isn't necessarily easy to work with, but and thinking if this would be the right moment for it, but I would want to ask you, Ash, of spending a hope to make more scenarios where Liz can have Carla's back in situations where her skill set would let her do things that Carla couldn't expect other people to do.
Sure. So yeah, one, I love the use of hope to do anything narrative. What do you think you're trying to do here? Do you want to set something in canon, or you think more future wise?
I think. I kind of this idea of I kind of want I have the visual in my head, or I would want your thoughts on this too. But this like idea of a this kind of duo where Carla is this kind of like ensemble force when it comes to mercantile stuff, and
Mm.
Liz is the dagger that can get her the leverage she needs, and
Ooh.
them being more and more comfortable with being like, yeah, let's bounce off each other in this way. Well, Liz can, she's doing her job, but also it's on the side. Let me go see if I can dig something up on this person they about to go talk to.
Yeah. I also like the idea of at some point they got to have a little bit of a like not a good cop bad cop moment, but a like okay, somebody fucked them over. This is like after like a ways into their friendship, and somebody was like trying to fuck them over, especially like an older merchant who's probably a man who's like, "You're 20. I'm not gonna give you a fair deal. That's ridiculous." And Carly having a little bit of a like she's not getting anywhere, um, and then. Oh no, where was I going with this? Just like a little bit of a gets to spotlight Liz and being like, oh, you don't want to. Well, my friend over here can fuck you up if that's what you want, and not in a like, oh, this is my lackey, I'll tell what to do. It's just like, hey, if you don't want to deal with me, you can deal with her.
I will maybe add a bit to that because I think Lissa's strength is less fucking people up and more so getting dirt on them. And so
Yeah.
maybe this is negotiation that is like, oh yeah, you came, the first day negotiations failed. And between that and the second day, Liz went, got some dirt, and just happenstance, like dropped it out of her pocket at either during a meeting, maybe the night beforehand, wherever.
I really like the idea of us talking to like male merchants and Liz and Carla both being able to read and write. Of Carla being like, or Liz like just handing something over,
Oh yeah.
like that is written,
Just like
and they
it
just can't do
full
it. Yeah, like oh here you requested this right, and yeah like the male merchant can't do anything about it.
Or even the like, this is so stupid, but her Liz being like handing it to him and him being like, what is this? And Carla's like, oh, do you want me to read that for you? Oh, this says
Oh, that's
this
so
says
good.
I have blackmail on you. You're welcome.
So I guess Ash here to put forth the canon itself. I think would be funny is that there's just random people in the world where Carla, by proxy of Liz, just has dirt on.
All right. I will. This is great. What I'm going to do is go ahead, spend that hope, and what we're going to do is we're going to create an experience just based on this.
Oh hell yeah!
So go ahead, give yourself an experience that's based on this moment right now.
Blackmail.
Blackmail for a friend. Okay, I need to think about the actual name itself. I think we're both on the same page of what kind of experience it is. It's just
Yeah.
we need to come
Yeah.
up with.
Put blackmail in now, and you can always change it a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's also, and I think this is part of like the initial building of their relationship when they were still not friends, but like when Liz was pushing back more, Carla appreciate not like consciously, but there was a little bit of like subconscious appreciate like she leaned into that headbutting dynamic because like I think she's probably had the experience a lot in her life of like she's like you said she's surrounded by boys with swords and she's tried so hard to like sort of be a part of that and there's a little element of like even when even when she's been included there's that classic like I can't hit a girl sort of treatment that she gets and she's pissed about it and so when Liz is like I'll insult you she's like great let's fight even if it's not like physically.
Very nice. All right. I'm going to ask a question to Lark. Lark.
Hello.
For Talon, why are you so loyal to Brightness Tanalan?
Probably the same reason a lot of people are is like this she and like this whole operation sort of represents like getting back everything they've lost. But also I think that
give me more. I want something she has either done for you and IT when you guys were first, just met back up, or something she maybe even promised you for the future.
Oh. Um. Sorry, my brain is very slow lately, and I
You're
finally
good.
found out why medically, but
Oh.
it doesn't help it until I fix it. So, um, I think maybe the bright lady was the one that found them and not the other way around.
Mm.
Um, and so like Ivy and him were, going from place to place just trying to survive, and then suddenly like fucking the angel from on high, like this bright lady who he thought was fucking dead, uh like appears and is like, you have a specific set of skills, I need you to help me. um and maybe this was like sort of like closer to the beginning of this whole thing, and so he's just sort of uh like definitely views her as like a like savior kind of person, like it's like, I owe this person my life,
Okay.
regardless of how much I want this to succeed on my own. Like I owe her like everything. Like she's the only reason me and Ivy are still alive.
Let's bite into that a bit. What scenario did she specifically save you from that you did feel like, oh, no, my life was over, this was it?
Um,
Was it imprisonment? Was it capture? Was it you're out of money and so we're going to have to do things you would forever regret?
yeah, I think maybe that last one where it was like one of those things where like they didn't have any more funds. Talon was like, I need to do something to make sure that we could stay alive, and then the bright lady showed up. And, like maybe he was even gonna rob her before he knew
Oh?
what's gonna happen. And she was, it's one of those things just like, hey, like, you might become someone that you don't like, but you don't have to do that right here in this moment. You can, I can help you, and then the edge. I'm not going to tell you that you're never going to do things that are not savory, but
You'll still be you.
I can at least save you from the cold today.
Yeah, I love the fact that you were about to rob her or something, right? Maybe even on
Yeah,
the
like you didn't realize
trip.
what it was at first. And then, like, in that moment of like, holy shit, that's the bright lady. She was like, wait.
Yeah. Some arousing speech or whatnot that's like, no, you do have a life. This is not who you are yet. And
Yeah.
if you're okay with it, to kind of add to maybe how desperate Talon was feeling the moment. Maybe it's not just funds you needed for no reason. What if IT was sick or something, and you're like, we don't have funds anymore for the medicine we need or something?
Yes. Yeah. Like something had happened. She had gotten like ill or hurt, and he needed to fix it before he couldn't anymore.
He was desperate enough to be like, yeah, I'm going to fucking rob this caravan that's passing through.
Yeah. Also, like, that also puts Ithia out of the position where she can be like, no, idiot, don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she was sick enough and like tired enough. You're like, I'll be back. Don't worry. I'll come back with medicine the next time you see me.
Yeah, and then he came back with the bright lady. She's like, am I high? What's happening?
That is perfect. I love that. All right, who's got their next question?
See. You guys have asked each other questions. I'm asking a question now.
Ooh.
Carla, what threat have you asked me to watch for, and why are you worried about it?
Okay. Man. I feel like it has to be something a little bit irrational, but I don't know what. What threat have I asked you to watch for, and why am I worried about it?
Yeah. Oh, esteemed caravan leader. Is it actually a threat, or is it, if you hear anything from my mom, you have to tell me?
My mother tries to contact you in any way.
The threat is Tilierenal.
Don't even speak the words around me.
Oh,
No,
Talon
I
knows
think-
that.
He's like, look, I brought Yura up once to this girl and she freaked out.
I will say it was probably Tiara that's like, you need a guard to be with you. And there's at least, I know Talon because I can trust him from back in the Rathalas days. So Tiara probably introduced you two.
Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of want it to be something like, honestly, something related to Gavilar and
Ooh.
like the Colons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost like, is she just like, what if the Colons know about us and they're like spying on us or they're out to get us? And so she's like, if you hear any mention of them or like activity of them in anywhere we go, you have to let me know so that we can be careful.
Well, let's create some canon. Why does Carla think that there could be Colon spies about? What did she find?
Because she went to Kolinar.
Okay. And what reason did she believe she was tailed or noticed?
I don't even know. And if you want there to be something, like, you can totally veto this, but I don't even know. I almost wonder if there's just like, it's half. She feels like, okay, I'm gonna try and figure out a way to explain this. It's half guilt / worry because she has the secret about like the caravan trip, that like the diversion of the caravan early on when she was first given responsibility, and she's like, people can't find out that I did that.
So do you want
And
her
half-
to be purely paranoid, or is there actual evidence? Basically, that's the two choices. Because
I think
if there's no
there's
evidence, she's just
not-
paranoid.
I don't think there's evidence. I think that, like, maybe, like, there's definitely a Colon presence in the other kingdoms now that Alethkar is unified. And I don't think it actually had to do with them. I think she just saw them somewhere and, like, was sort of filled with fear and also anger. And I think she builds them. She has built the other half of it is that she's built up in her head this antagonism between Rathalas and the Colons because she wants to believe that this plan will work and that Rathalas is as big of a threat to the Colons as it needs to be to succeed, and it's not. And they're not actually a problem. Like, Rathalas has been very successfully taken over. And, like, so I think she builds up the antagonism between them in her head and has, like, built up that, like, oh, the Colons know that, like, Rathalas is a threat and that, like, and they're probably watching us. Even though those like, Colon soldiers or whatever she saw in the last town were not there for any reason that had to do with them, because, like, she needs to believe that Rathalas does pose a threat. Because otherwise, like, what's the point of anything that they're doing? And what hope do they have to actually regain their freedom?
Then maybe thing you told Talon to watch out for is bluecoats, right?
Yeah.
Instructions unclear. I killed the main character.
Okay, he's in green right now.
It's
Okay.
it's giving. It's,
All,
oh,
all
God.
the art I've seen is blue, so
But basically, like, all the Cullen soldiers usually are clad in blue. So, hey, that's like she's told you to watch out for any soldiers in blue.
Yeah.
Right.
Who aren't Telenar.
Yeah.
Or
To be fair,
Tal-
they should not be here because there is other High Princes areas. So if they do
Yeah.
see that, that would be a problem.
I think it was like
Okay.
they probably went through somewhere where there just like happened to be either Colon delegation or even just like a soldier visiting somebody, and she was just like, they're onto us.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad because it's like she needs this to be a bigger thing than it is, because like Rathalas kind of isn't anything. Like, it's a backwater town that's fully under Colon rule.
Yeah, but I think Talon sees that, and like he's not gonna be like, no, idiot, like what? He's just like, yeah, I'll keep an eye out. I'll let you know.
To be fair, Talon is pretty good at that specific thing because I will say you had to run from soldiers in blue during your first few years with IT. They were the ones that were hunting you down.
Yeah,
Hey,
and he has no
speaking of-
problems. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you finish your thought.
Oh no, he has no problems with keeping an eye out for the people that he was already keeping an eye out for.
I do feel like this dovetails a little bit then into my question for Talon, which is, what fear am I helping you overcome?
Oh shit. I think, like, on top, because I don't think that the fearing of not controlling shit is something that Carla could or would help with, but I'm trying to think of something smaller. I'm trying to remember, how long was Talon in the caves with us?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so maybe he's got, maybe he's got like a claustrophobia thing going on. That he's like, nobody can know. And then Carla found out somehow, and he was like, nobody can know.
I almost wonder if like the reason it's like she's helping him, like the reason she's helpful to him in this is that like she gets it, even if she's not claustrophobic. She was also there, and so like she's one of the few people who can both like understand what he's going through and why, but also like doesn't have the same fear, and so can kind of like be weirdly, even though it's Carla, like a calm, like level-headed, like presence of like, yeah, I get it, but you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. I think that, like, I think in the situation, like, Carla's sort of more, like, brash, like, personality, does help him. Because it's like, it's not somebody like, oh, no, it's okay. It's just like, you're fine. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Like, fuck these rocks. They can't hurt you.
That's
I
cool. So actually, the banding
love
of
that
fun.
so much. I'm gonna spend a fear.
Oh shit!
Phobia.
God damn it.
When the battle was quote unquote ended at the siege, it was when the tunnels collapsed and people were separated. Talon, Ithi were separated along with Belly. I made that name. Goddamn.
Fair. It's Fariel.
It's who?
This fucking guy.
His name is Fariel.
Fariel.
Ariel?
Fariel. Talon. When the walls collapsed and you were separated, you were half buried under the stone. Fariel dug you out before you were able to flee, and you really thought you were dead then. You stumbled across, and that's why you weren't there to fight, as Fariel was the one that was like, no, you have to go, you're injured, I'll fight, and he sacrificed his life as you and Ithi, like her supporting you, huddled out of there. but it was twisting tunnels and corners, and you just felt the walls getting closer and closer around you. That memory sticks in you, and as you pass, you saw more and more places where the rubble had collapsed, hands and legs sticking out. You don't know.
This is his nightmare constantly.
You don't
like he will wake up in the middle of the night and to this because of that.
You don't know for sure because you didn't stop and check, but you saw limbs sticking out, and we're going to create some canon with that fear that your father was also in the army, and you could have sworn you saw a hand sticking out that very well looked familiar and could have been his, but you did not stop and check because you couldn't and didn't want to.
Oh shit.
Oh. Poor bastard. This is a poor fucking bastard.
Poor bastard.
Probably the talent are at the same time too. Goddamn.
Yeah.
That's such
Our dad's getting fucked up in caves. We have so much in common.
What's that?
We have so much in common.
Yeah.
Our dads are both getting fucked up in caves.
Someone put the meme. Hold on.
All right, that is perfect. Belle, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Liss. Why does Liss secretly hate Brightness Renal?
Oh,
Oh.
me or my mom?
Your mom. Bright Lady Tia Renal.
Unfortunately, there's just
Okay.
valid reasons for that.
Which dagger do we twist?
Was Liss at the siege?
Yes, but not at the battle.
Yeah. This was in fact still baby. And not, confident baby like Carla to go charge it and search
Not
it.
stupid.
Why does Liz hate Bright Lady Renal? I'm going to say this has been passed down from her mother.
Oh no.
Okay, well, two people hate Brightness. No, I love it.
Yeah.
No.
I think Nessa just hates the kind of single-minded focus that Bright Lady Renal has, and kind of blames it for making her actual master of, Sael be not like tricked, but like there's a chance that she could have been happy away from Rathalas if it wasn't for you and your fervor.
Does
Yeah,
Nessa
super
really
valid.
believe that? Because I will tell you, no. Yeah, that is not true. So
I don't think Nessa believes that. But I think it's the kind of thing of because of the loyalty to Sael, that feeling of like, I don't want to find fault in you for this. So trying to find fault in like, oh, someone else caused this to happen to me. But Nessa knows deep down that's not true. But I'm wondering if Liz, in having that passed down to her, I think Liz doesn't know the full reason of why, but has seen instances of Nessa kind of covertly beefing with Talira.
mm-hmm.
And that made that kind of impression of like, I don't fully get why we don't like you, but it's almost like subconscious now that I just don't fuck with you. And that I think almost even...
I will, yes, I love that. I will add then a thing. Because maybe Liz thinks her mom hates for that reason.
Yeah.
Nessa hates Brightness Renal because Tira does a better job supporting Sael than she does.
Holy shit.
Ooh, my mom's better than your mom.
Ah!
Na, 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 na.
Rivalry goes crazy. You know, honestly, that's probably also why that Liz immediately started beefing with Carla in that trip 18 months ago. Maybe Liz wouldn't have done that with anyone else, but specifically Carla. Where I was like, you know, my mom beef with your mom, I'll beef with you.
And then they're like, God damn it, we actually get along really well.
You can't tell anybody.
Fuck, I actually like you.
That is so good. All right. Who's got questions left?
I do.
I think it's the Talon-Liz connection would be both questions for each other. I thought you go first.
Okay. What mundane task do you usually help me with off the battlefield?
Oh. Actually, okay. I want to ask you my question too, because I think this will be really funny to put together. Which is, what did Liz do that makes Talon cautious around her? So, you know, combine the two.
List you.
You know, I have a like soft vision in my head of like what mundane or not mundane, what thing does Liz help Talon with that made Talon worried about Liz, or of just a little.
What concerning your not a normal child behavior has she done?
Oh my god.
I will say, in case it helps, Talon is part of the inner circle enough to know, yeah, Nessa is head spy of Havar's people, and Liz is Nessa's daughter, and definitely part of that network.
Yeah, I feel like he gets concerned when she's allowed around food. Not because he's like, and I feel like she's like, "Do you think I'm gonna poison you? Why would I poison you?" He's like, "No, I don't think that. It's just."
That is so good because Torlin is the poison guy, so you definitely have like gotten this from Torlin. Like, ooh, what if I tried this poison today, Talon? Like, oh, I would have beat
keep your
you
hands
if
where
I
I can
just
see them.
caught to put the right thing on my blade, right? You only beat me because I didn't have my poison ready after like a sore loser after a sparring match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Like Talon starting having to look out for poisons, like not like strong ones, but the kind of things that would just like kind of fuck him up prior to sparring matches that Torlin has to sneak in to get that advantage because he's a bastard who would do that. And Liz, the mundane thing, helped me with like, yeah, no, he tried to do it again. This is the one that he tried to use. Don't eat that.
This is like she's helping him find poisons now.
Yeah.
Yeah, check his food for poison.
Yeah. Taste tester, poison tester.
Yeah, but then like it's sort of like it's reversed. Where it's like, how does she know so much about?
Yeah.
Is she trying to
You can start.
Like, if she's close enough to taste her food for poison, she could poison it herself.
Yeah.
What is it? What is the double twist where this one isn't poison, but that one is?
It's like what if she and Torlin are both trying to fuck with me? Some sort
What
of
if
white
none of the
children.
food's poisoned and she's just saying that?
Yeah, but there's also that. But yeah, no. So they often get put on like dinner duty together. They're friendly about it, but he's always like, "Don't add anything weird." And she's like, "I'm not gonna add anything weird."
I will say it's absolutely the same idea. Liz has definitely done the thing. I'm like, yeah, this was definitely poison. Wasn't poisoned.
Wasn't poison.
And then
Torlin's
eats his
like,
portion.
"Bro." Yeah, gives her his food.
Okay,
Don't worry, I'll return this, or I'll go take care of this food, quote unquote. Meanwhile.
Yeah, and then he literally finds her like eating it, and he's like, "Hey."
Listen, not my fault the light eyes food is so much better.
Smack.
All right. And now I have one last question for Carla. Carla, why does Carla look up to Brightness Havar?
Orland's mom?
Yep.
It's Ash. You made
Yeah.
Liz hate Renal, or hate Talira, And Carl
Yeah,
will
your
look
guys'
up to
question
him.
kind of worked out because I already had this plan. I'm like, oh shit, okay, you guys are doing it for me already.
Why does she look up to Brightness of Fire?
Yeah.
Brightness of Fire's her role is like almost administrator a little. Like, can you remind me sort of what's her role in the triad?
In the triad, so where Tiliera is mercantile and talking to people, Brightness Havar is spy master, getting information, knowing what the vulnerable points are, knowing what things have to be done, right?
Oh, duh, she's totally
Like she's the more cutthroat one. She's the ELA of the group.
yeah. Oh, I think I'm not. This is not locked in yet. I'm just trying to figure out because like Carla obviously does. She's not. I don't. I think in Carla's perfect world, she could be like sort of a knight in shining armor, but obviously she can't do that. And Brightness of R is not like a fighter, but she is different from like. I don't know if maybe Carla would see it's like, oh, she is able to like. I don't know, because that's not really what. Like she's sneaky and she's not. I'm struggling.
I will say, from Carla's perspective, right?
Yeah.
Sile Havar speaks with confidence and her words carry weight, right? Like, she both sees her mom as well as Brightness Tanalan, right? The bright lady of all Rathalas, like, give a lot of deference to Brightness Havar's plans and wisdom. Like, she's the one that'll, you know, make sure the plans are actually what they need and not superfluous like Tanalan might want, or like maybe aimed towards differently, like towards maybe not the wrong means, but like too slow of means that Tier might be. Oh yeah, mercantile, slow connections and whatnot.
I mean, it could be a little bit of that same thing with the paranoia of like, we need this. She needs this plan to work. Like, she needs to feel like they are a threat to the Colons.
Mm-hmm.
And Havar feels like the kind of person who could survive running in circles with. Like, if to Carla, Kolinar represents this like the Alethi court is this like cutthroat place where like bad people do horrible things under the guise of like being fancy light eyes. She's like, Havar is the person who would survive that. Yira is too much of an outsider. And Lady Tanalan obviously already has like not survived as like a ruling light eyes. She's like, Brightness Havar could do it.
I would also push one other idea as well, that Carla isn't in the know-how of everything, right? So
Yeah.
she doesn't know how ruthless Sile might be in terms of like Tanalan might cross as idealistic. Tiara might come across as like one-track mind, fixated in the way of like, you know, like workaholic of like, oh yeah, you're doing these things, but you're not fully. I don't know. Tiara, and then you correct me if I'm wrong because it's about Tiara, but Tiara doesn't seem like she fully believes in what she's doing.
No, yeah.
Havar's the one, yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, Yura's doing this out of sort of partly out of escapism, right? Like,
Yeah.
but Havar, yeah, I think Havar, where Yura for Carla represents a little bit, even though Yura obviously has worked very hard and is very intentional about fitting in with Alethi culture, she represents like a little bit nonconformity, which obviously is very important to Carla, but like Bright Lady Havar is like the perfect Bright Lady, right? She's smart, she's
Yeah.
got a plan, she's full dedicated to the cause, like she's up on a pillar because she's like infallible.
Yeah. I know I compared her to Yele, but I will also compare her to Yasna in that she's very smart. Like, of all our characters, I will let you all know, Sile Havar has the highest intelligence modifier.
Oh.
Now I like no,
No, I
but
think
yeah,
that's cool.
I think where Carla partly sort of yearns for this little bit of like, I wish I could do things that Alethi culture won't let me do. There's also the side where she's like, I wish I could like excel within my culture because it's still part of me, and Havar
Mhm.
represents that for her.
Mm-hmm. What do you think was the action, the moment, the words that first triggered that respect? Like, what happened? You know, where Carla was like, "Oh no, this is not just someone my mom works with. That's part of this. That has this role." But it's like, "Oh, I actually admired her."
I kind of think it's something of like they're in what, Davenard?
Yep.
I think it would have been seeing Brightness of Our interacting with like a local like high-ranking Light Eyes or someone who maybe would have power over all of them because they're sort of like this operation is very delicate, right? And they're
Mm-hmm.
have to be very careful. And I almost feel like maybe there was a moment where someone, even if it was like discreetly or in like a double speak sort of way, almost like threatened the safety of the coalition, or it was like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a little bit threatening toward um, Brightness of Our and company in a social situation, and Var put them in their place.
Mm. Yeah.
And it was like graceful and and like witty, and it was like done like completely within social like rules where she was never like disrespectful and she never
Mm-hmm.
broke like any sort of social boundary, but she just like talked this person into
Yeah. With an
submission.
argument that the other person just couldn't deny, right? Because it was
Yeah.
performed in exact etiquette and exact correct reasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that. In addition, I will also add 18 months ago, towards maybe a year ago, somewhere in that span, when you were doing missions on your own, right? After you had done the trip to Kolinar and you were feeling guilty about it, and like you had a bunch of also tension from arguments with your mom and like trying to work on your own versus not with her. Havar called you in and actually like complimented you on your caravan rides and like your ability to lead the caravans and get information and whatnot,
Oh
and
my God.
asked if you'd be willing to go on a few more missions, right?
Not everything Carla wishes she could hear. Exactly what she
Holy
wants
shit.
her mom to tell her.
That's so fucked up.
Here's the thing. She knows that.
Yeah. But Carla doesn't know if she knows that.
Yeah.
She just thinks that it's genuine and honest. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yep. And so it's like, okay, well, then I'll be adding a few of my own individuals to escort you, if that's all right. And from then on,
Yep.
Liz was placing a lot more of your missions, as well as other spies in their network.
You spy on me?
Not on you, but
On
basically using your caravan as
Yeah.
the vector of which their spies could gather information.
I don't think this ever actually happened, but I'm imagining an argument, a mother-daughter argument, where Carla's like, I wish Brightness of Var was my mom, and Vera's all like so deeply hurt and offended, but also like, what? Like, Sayo?
You sure?
Like, what? You hurt?
I'm not that
Think
bad.
Rethink that one, please.
That, yeah,
I don't think Carla's ever actually said that to her, but it's funny.
it's crazy. Also considering how much Torlet fucking doesn't get like the good mom out of it.
Oh God, yeah, she's so not his mother to him, and then it's like, oh, you know how I can manipulate this other person.
Style
Bad.
mother, the people who, are most easily used by bumping them.
I don't like her.
Yeah, she's great.
Man, I love our characters. These characters are
God,
so
she is
great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we got to know these three as we turn them southward.
Did I answer?
Hmm?
Did I ask both of my questions?
Oh, I thought you did.
I think so.
It
I think
was
I did.
the what mundane thing did was the
Yes.
list question anyways. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are cooking friends, meal prep friends.
Yeah. And as simple as that.
All right. Let us go to the journey. You all were put towards the mission, a caravan under Carla to be run, Talon acting as the main escort soldier to accompany, while Nessa and Liss are going as part of support. Carla, at this point, you would know that Nessa is very much close to Havar as lead sort of information specialist, and Liz, is Nessa's daughter. You guys venture forth a bit, and we are going to together create a bit more canon on. I love the fact that you said you made people detour to Kolinar, because that's exactly what happens as your mission is to go to Bethab. Carla,
Yeah.
you convince the party to give you a stab at Sabarial, whereas the past few years, your mom
Oh.
and other trips have not made progress. After convincing the others to detour to Ariel, the capital of Sabarial's princedom, so that you could try your hand at petitioning High Prince Sabarial himself. How humiliating was it when the High Prince kept you waiting the entire day?
God. I'm much like Sabar girl. No. Ugh. I think it's more humiliating because when they got to the end of the day, she broke social protocol to be like, because she got mad and she lost her temper. And like
Oh, buddy.
was like demanded that she be allowed to see him. And it didn't work. And they just had to leave. Or they were escorted out even.
Oh god.
And it was just horrible. And she was so mad and in a terrible mood for weeks or days. It's not been weeks, but she's in a terrible mood for days. Yeah. I think she tried. It's worse because she really honestly tried. Like she channeled Bright Lady Havar and she like followed social protocol and she tried to be charming and smart. And she's not very charming. And she and obviously Sabarial wants nothing to do with them because he's smart and also doesn't give a shit about things that don't benefit him. And like she lost her temper and just made a mess of, like, it was already sort of embarrassing because it's like, this failed, and then she made it was embarrassing for them personally because it failed, and then it was embarrassing for them publicly because she lost her temper.
3 days. 3 days wasted in that city. The first, you arrived, and you were like, very well, Sabarial, the High Prince will see you tomorrow. Bright and early, you came to the palace and were placed in the sitting room and waited from when the sun rose to when the sun set before you couldn't bottle it up anymore. And your tantrum got you escorted out and said, unfortunately, it doesn't look like the High Prince can meet with you any longer. Perhaps when his schedule has freed up.
Would this be like a master servant
Yes.
escorting her out? I think she comes so close to punching this person. And it's very obvious. And then she just like wrenches out of their like sort of, I am escorting, like I have to physically escort you out. Like, wrenches away from them and storms off without talking to anyone else in the party who may or may not be there.
Outside, waiting for you, Talon, the bodyguard, the escort. You've been waiting the whole time. And the thing is, Lark, Talon knew he'd be waiting the whole time. Why did you not more firmly dissuade young Bright Lady Renal from petitioning the High Prince when you knew that all of the aerial Bright Lords in this city regard the rift or plot, they're aware of it, and they think of it as a childish amusement.
It is.
I think he has spent enough time with Carla to know that changing her mind is like trying to divert the course of the sun. Um, and like he could argue till he's blue in the face about it, but she would just get pissed off at him. And I think maybe he did say like something like, "Hey man, we're gonna be waiting here for or like these people aren't gonna listen to us." But Carla was like so full of hope and being like, "I can do it. I can prove myself." And he was like, "Well, I guess 1% is still a percent of a chance." And so it just was like, I guess I have to let her figure this out the hard way. So he's been paying attention, but he's been just waiting for this basically.
Mm-hmm. You
I think-
meet. Mm-hmm. You
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna pick up where Carla, you are escorted out where Talon is waiting for you.
Yeah, I think he would see her like like stomping out, followed a little very closely by this master servant, and maybe a little farther off by at least by a guard, just to make sure she leaves promptly. And he sees her round on this person and like tense so much. And there's like the clenched fist. There's almost like not the full like drawback to the point where this person would realize she's going to punch them, but like just enough of a drawback that it's like, this is gonna go really badly. And then she's just like shaking. And I think to everyone else, it's like it looks like she's shaking because she's so angry. And then she like just stomps away toward Talon, doesn't say anything, just like stomps past him. For the rest of the... Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I think Talon just sort of like, does like a bow or whatever is the polite thing to do to the master servant and the guard. Basically the quote of like the hand being like, "Hey, thanks, man." Sorry to bother you. And just follows her out.
Yeah, for the rest of the evening, and probably the following... Like, for the rest of the evening especially, she's just like... barely talks. She's so snappy anytime she has to say anything, and just like seems angry at everyone else. But I think the moment she thinks she's alone, she just has a full breakdown, like sobbing on the floor
In the
in a
room
corner.
by yourself.
Yeah.
No light in sight. You sob as anguish spread out around you.
Because it's not really about this. I mean, well,
It's about
obviously
being
Here's
she's...
what it isn't.
Yeah, she believed she could do something, or she had to believe that she could do something, and she can't, and it didn't work. She can't help, and her mom doesn't trust her, and she's done nothing for Rathalas again.
think downstairs in the tavern itself, Nessa is there with you, Talon, and you both knew that this wasn't going to get anywhere, but she left it to you to try and convince Carla, as she now looks at you with, a drink at the bar in hand and says, well, how long do you think it'll be before she's... Do you believe she'll at least be prepared by the time we get to Beth Ab's neck of the woods?
I don't know. That's a question you or I can answer.
I think she looks at her glass and reading a bit into her expression. Usually she's also having difficulties with her own daughter, so she can't help but feel the what do I do here, right? There's a young girl above crying, and her own daughter like skipped out on her today. Like she has her own duties that she's supposed to be taking care of, and since she's in the city, that's why she was down to. But all day she's been looking for Liz, and Liz has been brushing her off, like playing hooky.
Talon should not be in this position. And I think Talon sits there for a second and is like, do I say something? Should I say something? And I think he's like, respectfully, rightness.
She's dark-eyed.
Self? Oh, dark-eyed?
Yeah.
Then never mind.
Disrespectfully.
Disrespectfully. Respectfully, I don't... They're gonna figure it out. I think it's a path that only they can find, though.
Nessa looks at you like she's in her 40s, right? But she's like looking at you as like, you do realize like you're the other adult in this scenario. Like we are the ones that are actually in charge of this mission.
Yeah, I know. He just looked at her like, you know, like they're kids. They'll figure it out. I don't know. Like we can only do what we can do.
I understand that, Bright Lord, and she like emphasizes saying that because she hadn't been using titles before, and says, I would just hope you know that there's only so much I can reproach the Bright Lady upstairs about, and you would be in a better position than I to providing her either support or firm words.
It understands what she's trying to get at, but he's like looking at her like, do I? Oh. And he's like, okay. He finishes the rest of his drink and he puts it back down. He's like, he's gonna go upstairs and God.
Just so you know, she's not implying you have to do it tonight, but hey, I can't do anything. You have to do something eventually. So this is not something you have to do tonight. This I'm like prepping for on the journey in case you want to say something.
Okay. Okay, great.
All right. Let's look at what Liz was doing that made her mom so mad, though. Belle. What did Liz discover about the bandits supposedly based near Rashir, a backwoods town at the very southwest of Sibarial's place, while she spent the whole day brushing off Nessa, so that you could sneak around the streets yourself? What did you discover about those Rashir bandits that were like, oh, this is what we need to get Bethab on her side and maybe even Sabari?
Ooh. I think Liz was one of the few people that didn't want to directly dissuade Carla, because Liz took pride in the fact that she was able to help Carla before with other, difficult targets. But Sombrero was a whole other beast. But she was hoping that with just a big enough piece of leverage, it would work. And so she didn't go out looking for information about the Rashir bandits. But I think she did find some kind of connection between Bethab and Sabarial to these bandits. It's just hard. It's almost like it's hard to actually make sense of the information. But the core of it is there's some kind of connection between them and Bethab that Bethab is trying very hard to hide. but
Okay, so
that while
no, you go for it.
while they're in Sir Burial's neck of the woods, it was easier to dig things up because of his more kind of like lax nature when it comes to things like morals. Meaning, this wasn't the time to be on Ness's goose chase. It is time for Liz to be on her own goose chase.
Okay, then I'll build on that because there's something connecting Bethab to these bandits. Here's some information on these bandits. We've already discussed previously in the narrative that these bandits hadn't stolen merchandise and that they had only, killed and destroyed the caravans. You find information, two parts. One, a new road had been built now that we are in this era of peace in Alethkar, where the princedoms are not at full war with each other, not warring states. They're actually commercial and they're joining hands and trading. A new road was built between Sibarial's princedom and Bethab's princedom that go right outside of Rashir. And that's where these bandits have been striking. The bandits have struck every caravan that has left Sibarial's territory. So Sibarial merchants, but not Bethab's. And that's what's giving you the clue that why aren't they attacking Bethab merchants? Only Sibarial.
I think Liz is just putting together like almost a conspiracy theory in her head. It's like, I just need more evidence. And it leads her to stay further and further from Nessa.
Okay. The next day, you might have spent some more time down in your own wallows of sorrow at your uselessness, Carla. But Talon, while on a morning stroll, you had been standing basically outside the palace for the whole day waiting for Carla. And so you saw a few people go in and out, right? Ardents,
Yeah.
Light Eyes. Next day, on your stroll, you recognize some people as they get into a cart that's been prepared. And they are not wearing their light-eyed uniforms that they would go when meeting, a high prince. Instead, like light-eyed, like nice clothes. Instead, they're wearing blue uniforms.
Oh, fuck.
That was right.
Guys, you gotta go. Guys, you gotta go.
Talon is not stupid enough to turn tail and run. He remembers, he takes a second to remember the faces, the specifics, how many people they were, whose cart maybe they're getting into, if they've hired somebody, and then he just continues his stroll, but turns it around and heads back to everyone.
I'll say the biggest thing you notice, it's not about faces, it's not about exactly who they are. You look at the uniforms, because military uniforms, you see their ranks. There's knots on one shoulder. There's Light Eyes here that's pretty high up in the Colon army.
Yeah, no. It's time to go. Yeah, he returns to wherever our safe house is, and Tanessa is Carla downstairs at this point, or?
I think she's unfortunately picked up a habit from her mother of checking, she clearly didn't sleep. Bags under eyes bloodshot, etc., etc. And has been sullenly checking, even though there's no reason for it to be different, checking the wagon manifest and repacking and making sure everything is where it belongs and tied down and such.
I think Talon has gotten into the habit of calling Carla Brightness, just for even though he grew up knowing who she was. But I think in this instance, he comes up next to her and is Carla, you said 3 people, right, Ash?
3, yes, but one of them was definitely knots on his shoulders, high rank.
Carla, 3 blue coats, 1 really high rank. I just saw them getting in a cart in town.
She... When Talon approached, she didn't like turn to look at him or anything, and she got a little like... She probably even like huffed a little bit because she expects him to like say something about yesterday. And he says that, and she just completely freezes, like deer in headlights, and doesn't move.
I'll spend fear, Carla. Both the meeting before, this news now, mark 3 stress.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems stressful. I should have, I think 2 from before and then 1 just because it doesn't stop.
I only have 4.
Yep.
Jeez, what the fuck?
Yeah, she goes completely still for like too long.
Illustrious leader, we have to do something.
I think when Talon first sees her starting to move again, it's not to like take action, it's to hyperventilate.
I think he like moves to put like a hand like on of her back, but then remembers how badly he reacts when people do that to him when he is freaking out. And so he just like puts his hand like on the desk, like where she could see it, and like in front of all of like the words in the manifest that he can't fucking read. And he says, Carla, take a breath. What do you want us to do?
She stares at his hand for a second and then looks up at him. And I think the type of fear is not like, oh, I fucked up, or like, I think that it's like, she just looks really like more scared than she should be. And like when he says take a breath, she manages to take a little bit of a breath, and it goes from that just like, the last time that not the last time she saw clone soldiers, she's seen them a lot. I mean, there's probably clone soldiers stationed in Rathalas, but like it still makes her think of the siege. And it goes from that type of fear to like remembering how yesterday went and how she made a scene and like how they're already not welcome here. And when she finally like meets his eyes and takes enough of a breath to talk again, we have to go. We have to get out of here.
Okay. I'll get everyone rounded up. Where are we headed?
She looks back to the desk and like shoves the manifest out of the way and is like flipping through the various like papers and organizational things she has to the map. I think it's not so clearly marked like this is our route, because like if people find it, that's not. But there's little markers and notes on it for her.
You also changed the route, so detouring to every route.
Okay, well, are we heading toward Rashir?
You're just get out of the city right now with a good plan, and you can always figure it out later.
Yeah. She's just like looking at it, still trying, like just taking like breaths that are a little bit too fast. We'll head south out of the city and head toward Bethab's kingdom, and we'll go from there. We need to leave as soon as possible. Presumably, I don't know if there's just like a main exit or not, or if there's like an in and out way that like merchants go. Whatever the most like.
There
the
are
most
multiple.
just like whatever the most like easiest to pass unnoticed exit would be. Of like, we're just normal people traveling in and out of the city, we're gonna take that exit.
Yeah. You all gather people together. Nessa, when you walk in on her, she and Liz seem to be in a heated sort of argument that immediately upon hearing the news is like, let's go, we're moving. And you all gather your things, gather your cart, a bunch of the extra sort of trade offers you had ready because you knew you wanted to stop by here at Ariel still in your cart. As you move on, find the road, the gate to the south of the city, and leave. Why don't someone can helm a check for me to see how well you flee the city? Up to you what stat you want to roll, and we'll flavor it that way. For instance, finesse is like stealth. Knowledge is knowing how quickly the routes and whatnot would get you out. Presence is if it's like, talking to people and whatnot. It's like whichever role you want to make. Whoever wants to helm it, feel free.
Anybody got any thoughts?
There's a bunch of part of me that wants to make Carla helmet while freaking out.
Right.
I mean, you could roll knowledge.
I will also.
I mean,
sorry, I've completely forgot about one other rule. I completely forgot to say that I was supposed to do character creation. Experiences. The way we're going to do experiences is at any point where you feel like you've figured out the character and want to create an experience in the moment and even apply it to a role in the moment, you can. So, experiences are on board, and I'm not going to have you make it up right now, but you can make it up if something occurs to you, boom, write down as an experience.
I do have 2 for Carla, but I don't know if I should just establish them now or wait.
Yeah.
One of them has already come up, but it obviously went horribly.
You each have 2 uses of this, by the way. Of 2, I'm going to make this an experience.
Maybe I can at least establish this one, because I think, even though I think it's funny because it went really badly, but the first one that I had written down for her was proving yourself is worth the risk. Even though obviously it's not, and this is going really badly.
Hey, it'd be worth it if you make it out of here without getting caught.
So let's not get caught.
Yeah, let's not get caught.
easy.
Yeah, can I establish that? And then she's just like clinging to that idea. She's like, no, it's fine. I'm gonna get us out of here. It's okay.
Yeah. Go for it. What kind of role would you like to make?
It's gonna be knowledge, because she's trying to channel her mom.
Okay.
And she's like, what is the most normal way for us to get out? How do we seem as unassuming as possible? Like,
Yes.
who do I have to talk to like...
You've not been to the city before, but how much have you analyzed in preparing for your negotiations with Sabariel? If you know the city, you know the man that made it. So you have the knowledge. Let's see if you can put it to use. If anyone wishes to help, they can spend a hope to give an advantage die.
Please help me.
Town will spend a hope.
Talon, how are you helping narratively?
I think he's using his once again, using his instinct that he got from escaping Rathalas to be like, all right, so I saw these places, these routes, these guards pay a lot of attention, these ones don't. Just sort of like that, using his instinct to assist her in figuring out how the fuck we're gonna get out of here.
You sit next to her on the cart front seat as she has the chalice in hand, and very much she starts talking about her route, and you're like, no, skip that route. That's exactly where a city lord would have scouts and soldiers be watching for traffic.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see that roll.
Okay, so rolling with advantage.
Yep.
Oh.
Holy shit.
All right.
We're doing okay.
Yay!
You make your getaway in and out. You are not thinking at first, and you're like, okay, yeah, let's take the side road from this like main square, so you're not in the main square itself, but Talon is like, that's exactly where a city lord would leave scouts, not at the main road, but all on exits of it. And so you avoid that too. You take the route that goes southeast at first and then crosses around along the wall until you find the gate outside to the west of the city. You join the merchant line that seems to be mostly entering the city, and are able to stop a guard that's just like, willing to see you through and wave you by. Carla, on that superb roll, success with hope no less, right? What would you like to learn about? You can ask a question about the city, about Sabarial, about anything that you think you would have been able to get information here because of that knowledge roll you made.
Okay, there's two directions that I'm torn between. First is something that has to do with the Colons and his relationship with them, and like his almost loyalty to a united Alethkar. The other direction that I'm debating between is a less influenced direction of like what dirt can we get on Sabarial, because obviously he is not an ally, which means he's an enemy. So like, what can we glean as we leave that we could use against him in the future? And I'm not sure which one either makes the most sense, because like which one would she actually pick up on, and which one, yeah, I'm torn between those two.
I'll say, as long as you word the question a simple enough way, I will help create narrative where it makes sense.
I guess, I think it's more fun to go the getting dirt on him route. So like what do we learn about either him or the operation of his city as we're fleeing that could be useful against him in the future?
We'll reword it a bit and let me know if this is what you're okay with. What is Sabarial trying to hide in his city?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay. You spend a lot of time traveling, caravans and routes. But you come from the Rift. You've done trips to Davenar with your mom on ships. And so she has taught you the base of mercantile ship life, even if you haven't been on a voyage yourself. Ariel sits on the Sea of Spheres and has boats and yards that, as you careen past the neighborhood and consider the placement of the docks and whatnot, you do see a number of ships there. And you see ships of varying nations. Not just Alethkar, and which you would assume to be there. One ship stands out to you that seems to be placed away from the others, almost like in the shadow of others, but far enough away where, like, oh yeah, most people wouldn't notice it, as if it was given special placement and area, that flies the colors of Yakaved. And specifically is not adorned like a merchant ship. Those you could recognize right away. It's adorned not exactly like a passenger ship either. It's definitely been given more time and effort, almost fancified to dress up. And you see a number of people on board speaking. You see ardents, not in simple robes that you normally used to them, of like, these must have come from past the borders, from Yakaved itself, where the Voran Church itself stands. why is Sabariel sending for or receiving high ardents from the Vorn Church? And why has he kept them off to the side such that they would not be noticed? You put that back into the back of your mind, because right now you have to leave the city, and they think about that. Mm-hmm.
Quick question, because you said that the people that I'd seen in the blue coats were received by the High Lord.
Yes.
So I watched them walk in. I watched them walk out. Did they look at us at all while we were waiting? Or like look at Carla or me?
They didn't see Carla. Carla was in a waiting room. They did see you,
Okay.
but you looked like a Lightite soldier.
Okay. So there was no like, hey, these dudes, fuck them up specifically.
Yeah.
As far as we
it's
can
like
tell.
basically there's no. They saw you, but many lords and ladies come with their own soldiers as escorts when visiting a High Prince's place. You'd be more suspicious if, like, oh, they did meet with the High Prince. What did the High Prince say? Specifically because you know that the High Prince and many of the Light Eyes here are aware of the Rifter plot.
Yeah. No, I was just like my question was basically like, when they left, did they look like they, like in my memory, do they look like they like knew of us? Do they look like they'd been like
when they were leaving?
On? You didn't. Yeah.
Let's make an instant roll.
Interesting.
I'm like, do I just do a background now that's reading people? But no, he's not good at that. So, well, I mean, he kind of is, but roll 13 with hope.
Okay. They walk past, and one of the junior Light Eyes that you didn't recognize as a soldier yet at that point looked you up and down, looked at your sword, and gave you a nod, like seeing that your equipment was well cared for, but didn't seem to be like looking out for you as if they'd been told, hey, by the way, there's a Rifter soldier outside if you care to see them for yourself. It seemed very nonchalant.
So they don't seem super like cued into who we are.
Yeah, at least that doesn't seem to be information they were given yet.
Okay, great. Perfect.
All right. You all make your way from Ariel, and in the days that follow, it's a little tense. Conversation is had, camps are made, but there's definitely more tension than the start of your journey to Ariel itself. Liz, you see that Nessa and Carla begin to speak about during one of the nights at camp what route to take and how to head for Betheb's capital next.
Out of curiosity, is our caravan decorated any specific way? With any like significant colors or any way for anyone to tell some kind of...
You all tell me?
What's the word?
I imagine it's pretty nondescript.
Yeah.
If I don't know if it would make sense to, like, no, because I was gonna say I don't know if it makes sense to almost subtly fashion it in such a way that it, like, presents almost as like a Thalen caravan, but I don't think a Thalen merchant would have. It would be. I mean, it's not impossible for a Thalen merchant to like have Alethi soldiers guarding their caravan, but the fact that Carla's only half Thalen and like everybody else is Alethi, I don't think that really would read right. So I assume we're going for nondescript.
I think that makes sense. I think also at some point we talked about like using the Weaver's Guild link estimate influence of hiding under that, but I don't remember if that was consistent with what we're doing here or not.
It could be part of like we have at least some goods. We have goods from the Weavers Guild that we're trading.
Hmm.
And it's great goods, in fact.
Great goods.
They're
Agreed.
missing out.
They need these goods, actually.
Royal doesn't know what he lost.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Now your fashion sense is going to be delayed by decades.
That guy would
Yeah.
love a good tapestry.
What a loser.
Liz is going to walk up in such a fashion to walk up almost by more Carla's side than her mother's.
Okay. Nessa's like, I understand, Brightness, but even if we go that route, we will still need to pass this waterway.
I mean, there's got to. We could find a place to ford, or I don't want to get too close to somewhere Sabariel's men could.
I believe that danger has set, Brightness. And as much as I know you wish to, I don't think we can make up for that lost time. For a detour.
So you want us to go? Fine. What would your route be?
Are you just listening, Liz, by the way?
For now, as well as just look at the map to see what routes we're talking about, and if it's based on the conversation, the idea of is Nessa currently talking about this new road?
No. Nessa says,
Okay.
we can take this route south, follow the waterway. I know you do not wish to stay within Sibariel's princedom, but the waterway we follow and then we cut across once we're further south makes the most sense.
We
And so
cut westward.
She's saying basically this route, right? Like following this waterway all the way down and then crossing.
Yeah, the one that leads south out of the Sea of Spears.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like Carla's like wants to cut west toward half as quickly as possible.
Yep.
If I may interject, Brightness. The bandits haven't been getting any less. Haven't been getting any less proactive by this Rashir area. Just pointing out to the reference to the map
This-
itself.
We've spoken of this.
Well, I'm speaking to the Brightness now. So
Oh,
yeah,
What about bandits?
there's been bandits sourced in Rashir themselves that have been specifically targeting Suberial caravans.
Pray ignore my daughter, Brightness. She likes fool errands, as you
Liz
know.
has good ideas. And just like turns to look at Liz.
oh my god.
Sorry, Liz definitely gives her mom a what kind of look is this? It's a pride look that can only piss Nessa off.
Talon, honestly, so clear. Talon can hear every fucking thing that's happening. He is not getting involved in this at all.
I'm staying so far away from this conversation.
He's like, wow, R.I.P. both of these kids. I can't believe this is the last time I'm ever gonna see them.
This is going to kill them both. Yeah. And, Carla was like, "What?" And then now she's like, "You know what? Maybe I am interested."
Because
And it's
Nessa
looking
said.
at yeah, she was just like, she was just immediately like, "I will defend my friend," and now I am suddenly interested in your idea.
I love the rider dynamic. This is great.
What are you even suggesting, Liz? You understand
I'm
that
just pointing out.
we are a caravan of 4 with 1 soldier at our behest.
I'm pointing out the further south we go, the more we invite potential danger. The more we stay in Suberial territory, the longer there's time for bandits to set their eye on us.
You said they're only attacking Sabariel's merchants, though, right?
And we are particularly nondescript as, ooh, I don't know, superhero merchants might learn to do in order to disguise themselves from bandits that might be particularly aggressive.
I mean, we could become not nondescript.
What?
Who are they not attacking?
That, I fear, may have a host of other risks, Brightness. I simply propose that the faster we get out of Subaru territory by perhaps and referencing the path that Carla was pointing out earlier, the safer we might actually be.
It's weird though, right? Why aren't they attacking anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do the safest option, in this current moment, it would be to do Bathtub's colors, as they seem remarkably safe from these bandits.
The safest option would be to ignore this new road, as dangers have not been vetted, bandits are about, and we can just go down south. Just say it. We can very easily ignore whatever's happening on that end.
I think Liz at this point looks towards Carla as final decision maker. The idea of like, yeah, we both made our points. What do you say, Caravan Leader?
Well, oh God. How long is Nessa's proposed
Nessa's
route?
route's longer, much longer.
Longer.
She is like,
Much
you
longer.
lost time. She's asking to lose more time for safety, in terms of, you could kind of see like her also plans like, yeah, stay in Sabaro's route, because if they are after us, then they're gonna check for us across the border earlier, and instead we delay our trip probably by another week, right? By going down this long route, staying in Sabaro's camp, and then crossing over.
Has she specifically said the thing about like, oh, they'll probably be looking for the border sooner rather than later?
No. And even if
Great.
she had, I think Carla can, if she wants to think about it, but technically the Rashir route still works because it's a new road. They have not set up patrols. There's not like, things easily, checking between the princedoms there either. That is one place across the border where people not check.
I think she looks at the map. She's not necessarily at Liz or Nessa, and she looks at it for a long moment. We need to get away from Sabario as quickly as possible, and the more time we make up, the better. I say we follow Liz's route.
Her face just goes stone and says, and she looks over her shoulder. What's Talon doing?
She's looking for help in all the wrong places.
Talon is not looking at her.
He's pointedly looking at like whatever campfire they've set up. Like, just like
Man, this is such a cool rock bud.
Look at the poles.
rock fire. This is, oh my god. He could feel like the weight of her gaze on like the back of his neck, and he's like, just like slowly looks over.
Wait, so you do look over?
Yeah.
I think
He's
as she's looking away and they're having the most horrible staring contest in the universe, Carla's like, it's decided then. We'll get out of the kingdom as quickly as possible and take the new road. And then she just like starts packing up.
Nessa just gives you such a disappointed look, Talon, as like, it's worse than not even looking at her. You looked at her, gave her hope, and then you just like kept staring.
He looks so apologetic, but he's like, there's no winning here. God, Talon, you sad sack of shit. I love you so much.
Nessa looks back to you and says, as you say, Brightness, we will plan accordingly. And will give one more set of daggers to Liz and then go charging off towards her, end of the camp.
As
She's
Nessa
gonna go
walks
with
away,
the
as Nessa walks away, Carla sees Liz roll her eyes.
Talon will, after this whole conversation, go up to Carla and like quietly be like, "Can you not put me in between two white spines, please?"
She just gotta tilt her head at him a little bit. What?
Don't play that game.
Wait, question: who's the second white spine?
Not you.
Question. Really important question.
Yes.
Where's the other one?
Does anyone else know about Talon having that crush on Yin way back when?
I
Carla.
don't know that it's Carla knows, but it's not
Okay.
come up much since because they've not seen each other for like forever. So
Okay, and that
he's got a crush now.
yeah, Liz doesn't reference that, and instead just more generally reference Talon's awkwardness. And it's like, well, if it's not me, then looks over towards Carla and is like, it's not polite to call a lady a white spine. It's
It's Carla's turn to roll her eyes, and she's like, "You weren't between anything. You were by the fire," and then just like continues packing up the papers in front of them.
This, I think Talon just says something like under his breath, like, "Oh, this mission cannot be over fast enough." As he goes and starts packing up shit.
Carla, sort of like in a nudge to Liz, is like, "They should be glad we're taking the faster road then."
I did actually want to speak to you about something. I
Yeah, what's up?
think we have an opportunity here.
Kind of
So-
tilt her head.
I think I don't think it's a bad idea to try and talk to Serario. I just think we didn't have enough cards in our hand. And I think
Oh,
that maybe these bandits will be the very thing that gets us those cards. They target only Serario merchants. And Betha really doesn't want anyone to find out about this. If we play our cards right, then we can end up in a situation where no matter what, we get one of them on our side.
there's definitely just a little bit of a flinch when she mentions the Sabarial like idea, but she tries to hide it and kind of glances back over her shoulder in the direction that the city is, even if it's out of sight now. Well, I don't think we're getting him on our side anytime soon, but the more leverage we have on Bethab, the better luck we'll have.
We're of like mind then, brightness. As this continues to ready up.
As you all prepare for the next leg of your journey, Carla and Liz, you both can gain a hope as, I played Nessa be like, hey, yeah, let's do this, where I made you guys do like, oh yeah, let's go to the thing that's actually, fun and prepared for. So thank you. You guys both did great.
Gotta go
go.
that fun way.
Let's go talk to bandits!
Go talk to bandits. Also, Yura's group delayed a week. We can't delay a week.
Yeah.
They delayed 2 weeks.
We delayed 2 weeks. God. Carla does not have the insight that her mother has that it's actually, like, as hard as it was for Yura, she's like, yeah, we can't afford this and it's necessary. Carla's like, no, we have to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, at this point in time, we don't even know that they were delayed 2 weeks, I don't think.
No, we don't.
So, we're operating with the information we have, which is that, oh god, they're already almost there, we gotta go!
We have places to be.
All right. Let us move past. The next week of travels takes place. And once again, no sign of other caravans or blue coats or whatnot. You do see some merchants every so often as you pass by some towns.
I do think,
Mhm.
God, I don't know what it would be. I feel like even I don't know if they would take the risk of identifying themselves as Bethabs, but like I feel like Carla does have them try like signify their carriage as somewhere other than Sabariel's, like not of Sabariel's princedom.
What colors then? Which, for instance, colors do you use?
Blue. No.
Crazy.
Honestly,
I mean, um,
is it a
if
terrible
we're
idea?
we're not allied with anyone yet, right? Like we're just hoping we're making a play for Hatham and Bethab, but we don't have
Yes.
actually any allies. Okay. Um, I mean, we could go Thalen if that's not completely crazy. She's at least like clearly half Thalen. I feel like
True.
that would be her fallback.
I think that's the best, most neutral option.
Yeah.
I do think it might be a little a little risky in a way that I can't tell if it's good or bad to go Bethel colors.
I know. I thought about Bethab. I thought about Hatham. For some reason, I was like, we could go Sadius for no reason other than it's funny. But yeah, I think going Thalen makes the most like
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Then I'll say it's easy enough to do that by just having some Dalen writing on the side of your cart or on the top or somewhere, and that, like, it's not any of the Princem's colors, but it's very signifies that maybe it's a Dalen charm for good travel that a lot of Dalen merchants usually put up.
Yeah, paint a little like a little thing that's like textiles or whatever on the side of the cart, but it's in Thelena.
With that, there you make your way southwest. As you do, some of the geography, there's a new road, right, going north of Rashir, outside a wooded area where you do know the city of the town of Rashir should be. This is a new road winding uh, west to east. Beforehand, there was only a single road in these parts that traveled north to south, and that would pass through Rashir. Um, you would know that if the bandits exist in this area, right? The theory was, from what Liz had found, that they would be based either in Rashir or right next to Rashir, and so you you could travel down this big road, right? But there's a good chance the bandits don't attack you because they don't attack every caravan. So if you do wish to look for them, you would have your best bet would be to at least investigate the town itself.
Yeah, I feel like Carla's not like, yeah, let's take on some bandits, but she's like, if we're neutral enough that we don't think we'll get attacked, we can go poke around town and pretend like we're just normal merchants and see what we can find out. Especially since Liz is here and she's cool and can do everything. She could find out what the deal is with the bandits, no problem.
Yeah.
And so she does go through Rashir.
Talon is definitely keeping his eye out if he knows that there's fucking bandits around. He's
Yeah,
Yeah,
Carla,
don't
I think,
worry
has
about it.
recovered a little bit of her ego and is like, okay, it's like has everyone on high alert, but is also like, they won't attack us. It's fine, guys.
sure, Jan.
Also, I think this is also a good chance to make up for lost trades that we couldn't do in Ariel that were like non-Tiberia based and more just general merchant working. You can do that for year now and be like, yeah, that's the reason we're doing this. Meanwhile, hey bandits, what's up?
Hey.
All right. Then I'll say you guys are going towards Rashir, then approaching it for
Yes.
investigation.
Yes.
Some music. All right. You approach. I think it's noon on the day, where you find yourselves at the isolated farming town of Rashir. It sits in a gully, which is barely a story deep. I didn't know what the definition of gully was before this, so I'll explain as well. A canyon is like, fucking hundreds of feet deep, right? Then there's a ravine, which is like 100 foot deep up to. A gully is like 20 foot deep, right?
Oh.
And so the town of Rashir sits there, as you can see approaching the gate. There are two sort of guards there, and you can see the town further on in this gully, protected from high storms, as most villages and cities need to be. You notice also that on either side of the gully raised are what looks to be a sparse forest of stumpweed trees, like going here and there. Stumpweed trees, for there's to be this many in this area, the winds must not be as strong, but at the same time, stumpweed trees have learned to brace for the winds by their leaves, whenever anyone approaches them, wraps around the trunk. But at the moment, they're all out and fanning. Let's see, did I have a drawing of stumpweed tree in this section? No, I don't. I should grab that.
Stumpway tree?
Yeah, stumpweed.
Interesting.
Hold on while I Google.
Do some Google, and I can post an image too. There we go.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Spoopy.
Perfect, yes. Like a sparse sort of forest that is cut by this gully where a river once must have gone, and now maybe the rainfall keeps digging it through. And there's a bit of mist in the air, even as morning turns to noon, as you see two guards, and the village town of Rashir must be maybe 40 feet-ish across at this opening. Is there anything you guys want to do before approaching?
I mean, Tala would like to sort of keep an eye out for like, do the guards look like on high alert? Are they like any like thing that we need to be watching out for?
You approached basically this one very like not well kept road, right? This road looks like it's not been actually like seen that much traffic, and it cuts into where either side the stumpway trees are on your left and right, and the guards from your vantage point look very simple. They're not well equipped, well anything. It looks like village town guards, right, that are just stationed here. If anything, you're like, oh, for the size and news of Rashir, you're surprised there's even two guards here. If anything, you'd think maybe one like is the most they would put based on the size of the thing, if any at all.
Okay.
They seem,
but they have two for some reason.
Yes, there's two guards, and you notice they go from relaxed to very like straight and like at attention, like looking in your direction when your card becomes visible.
He waves. Super chill. Like not like hey, but just sort of like the raise the hand to be like, I see you seeing me. We're not here to fuck your shit up. We're just here.
Like from yards of like 100 yards away, where you can still see them, they don't move.
Yeah.
They just attention's on you.
Yeah. It's not like not to get attention. It's not to do anything. It's literally just to be like that. I see you seeing me.
Yeah.
And we're just vibing. We're just
you're not
here.
causing trouble or anything. You're just, hey, we all see each other.
Yes.
Hey, howdy.
Hey, howdy.
You all approach, or anything else?
I'm just curious about something. Just looking around from this far away. They have these like walls set up and everything for the like high storms themselves of like, you know, dealing with the winds. I'm curious what they have set up to deal with like, you know, rainwater and that kind of thing. Because you said the village itself is inside the gully, right?
Yes. Right?
Yeah. So I'm kind of curious, like, okay, it feels like the kind of thing where it would be helpful to be aware of going into this.
Like, does the water channel cut through the middle, like the low point?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is it like built into the village?
Looks like basically whatever this was, it was a riverbed that dried up. water still probably passes due to storms, but the winds and most of it is protected because it's like the gully doesn't go straight down. It's like, oh yeah, it curves inside and then back around, right? And you see stone homes pressed into the sides of the gully.
Cool. That's so cool. Okay, yeah.
Carla is just driving the caravan sort of business as usual, like maybe glances at the guards, but acts. However a light-eyed merchant is supposed to act in this situation, I think she's just sort of like sees them, maybe acknowledges them, like doesn't try to like doesn't glance away fast, but like sees them, but is keeping her eyes on the road and just like driving forward calmly.
We're driving through the trees.
Yeah, like
Get
it's
there?
a very sparse forest. So there's trees dotting on your left and right.
All right. There's nothing behind them. No, nothing could like hide.
Of course,
At
something
the
could hide
very
in the
least,
trees. But-
like if something gets close to the trees, we'll see them move.
Yes. Thankfully, by the nature of these trees, if anything comes close, right, it brings all the leaves inside. So it's easy to see if there's something out there.
Motion
Alright.
sensor.
Yeah. Are any emotions censored?
Not at the moment. Nothing looks like all the trees are out fanning and whatnot. The few that you've passed that have been close enough to the road have once swept in as your Chell's big lumbery beasts have passed by them.
Okay.
Also, just imagining the like really fun tension moment of being in a forest like this, and suddenly everything seems fine, and then all of the trees activate,
Ooh.
and then you're like, fuck. And then
So fucking scary. Are we walking to a
Something
fucking horror genre?
Yeah.
maybe
It's our new thing now.
Oh
it's our
no.
thing.
The cart approaches, unless anyone says otherwise, and a guard, you see sallow cheeks, right? A just very basic, looks like a villager, peasant, normal gear, but has a helmet and just like shoulder pads. It says, "Hail, travelers, merchants."
Are they? Is he like putting a hand up to stop them entirely?
Well, yeah, like he raises a hand as you're approaching, right?
She doesn't like jerk the caravan to a stop. She like pulls gently on the reins to like slow them, but approaches until they're close enough that she doesn't have to shout.
Yeah, Chells are
Yes,
pretty
passing
slow
through
moving.
on business, hoping to trade if we can.
Passing through then. How long are you passing through?
I think she has to resist the urge to look at Liz because like there is no reason she would check with her dark-eyed like servant in this moment, but she's like, fuck, how long does Liz need? Only a couple nights at most, depending on how well the trading goes. Otherwise, we'll be out of your hair
When you
rather quick.
When you say that, very much looks at the other guard, and you can see a look shared and says, "Apologies, Brightness, but our town has not much to offer that you would likely trade for. I would advise making your way through and likely be gone before nightfall."
She raises a bit of an eyebrow. You don't welcome travelers for an evening's rest?
If circumstances are what they will, but there are no high storms approaching, so I'm sure you can find better comfort past our village.
Can I? Oh, what does it? Is this like? You shouldn't stay in our town because like we don't have any money and we're poor and what? Or is like?
Give me an
Is he
instinct
like?
roll. We will see.
Yeah.
Let's
going-
see.
It's giving
what's
cult.
Yeah, this is
Hey.
not giving comforting vibes.
They are way more mouthy to you than they were to Tillyra.
My instinct. I would like to remind you all that my instinct is -1.
Oh, but you have to roll this.
But I am gonna roll it. Holy
Wow.
Holy shit!
I not the
Oh my
the
God.
11 critical.
Oh my God.
Krilla looks into this man's soul.
It's like, what's your deal, guy?
She's like, "You're weird as fuck. What's going on?"
Like, you, sir, please get your shit together.
Yo, that's
Sensing Ash sitting in his
fucking-
chair.
I feel like that's a
with a
waste of
critical.
really high rolls on a critical.
that
Get a
feeling
kill
when
your stress.
they crit on an insight check as soon as they arrive at your creepy town.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I've read horror novels.
Okay.
What's going on?
No,
I'm
we'll
genre
crit
aware.
this, and we'll keep effects going in terms of this crit playing out. Carla, you see a man. He is mid-20s, maybe a bit later, definitely older than you, but you can tell that by certain mutable characteristics, but sallow cheeks, bags under his eyes, definitely not been getting much sleep. If you look at the other guard, same. They look like they should be mid-20s, but they look much older and look sleep deprived. Like they've both maybe getting half as much sleep as you would expect to be healthy. And the nervousness they share and look at and are listening to your words, it's very routine, as if they've had the same sort of conversations before, of urging travelers to move and not tarry long in their town, be gone by nightfall. And because you crit, Carla knows, even if she doesn't know why, they're saying this from a deep, deep sense of sincerity and trying to help you.
Oh fuck, that's worse.
That's the worst answer, and it's what I expected.
But their tone and everything else, they just seem so tired. And
Yeah.
they are saying it and delivering it in a way that is terser and more whatnot because they know there's no real conversation here. They just, the one thing they can try to do is suggest that you may not stop here for the night.
Is well, that's irresistible. Anyone else around? Like, I think she looks past them. Are we alone here on the road with them?
Yes. I will let you know two things. One, that instinct roll will, because it was a crit, I will give you more details without a roll as you move forward into town if you do. But just from this gateway, as you see the town in front of you, strangely, as it is noon, middle of the day, there's no one on the street.
Yeah. I think she pulls the cart forward until we're like level on the road with the guards, and then slowly to a stop. And she just leans over like a little bit, sort of under the guise of continuing to have a normal conversation with them, but is speaking a little bit more softly. And her demeanor has kind of gone from the air of slightly entitled, light-eyed merchant to like a little bit of concern. She's still guarded, but a little bit of concern. In almost a reflection of like their genuine, like, I'm trying to help you out here, man. I'm trying to say what she would say. Sorry.
At this.
I think. I think she leans on the side of like the bar of that front carriage seat and like looks a little bit closer at this guard who spoke. Would she just straight up come out and be like, what's going on. I don't. She's not that subtle. I think she leans over and like it comes from a place of like concern. It's not like suspicion, like, oh, I'm interrogating you. She like looks at him, kind of looks him over. What are you so afraid of?
You see Bag's dreary, sleepy eyes widen out at you. Says, Brightness, I misunderstand what you mean.
Perfectly nice town on the new main road. You should welcome business here.
While this conversation is happening, is any movement happening? Like, Alan feels like a duck sitting in the water. What is, like...
Talon, no movement, no nothing.
Okay.
A little odd, actually, because as you were further out of, like, some of the trees would like close in, and you would spy a gremlin here or there. But literally all the trees are fanned out. Not a single one closes. There has to be some life in the forest, right?
So I don't like that.
If the guard doesn't react, doesn't say anything else, she kind of sighs quietly, and it's a little bit of a like, I wish I could help you kind of sigh. And then she just like sits back up and goes back to full volume, or normal volume as it were. Well, if we were looking for somewhere to rest for a night, where would we find it? If we didn't feel like moving on.
He sighs, but in a, like, expected sort of way, and says, there is a guest house about 4 or 5 minutes down the inn there that does see the guests.
She glances to her left to look at the other guard, and then back, and just looks him in the eyes, and just says a genuine, thank you for your help. Is Liz sitting up front with her, or is Liz in the back?
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it would be the proper thing for Liz to be more so in the back. Like, if anyone else would be in the front, it'd probably be Talon.
Yeah. Talon will be sitting in the front to...
Yeah. Like, Liz is in the back, but not, like, far away.
Yeah, but close. I think she only had one hand on the reins because she was like leaning over to talk and such, and as she like goes to move on, after she like puts a hand on Talon's arm, and her grip's like a little bit too tight, not in a like scared, but in a like something is wrong sort of gesture, and then looks back over her shoulder at Liz, and then pauses that final moment and urges the carriage forward into town.
The guard, after you thank them for the help, it says, do your best, follow the rules of the guest house once again, and he'll give you a bit more details, saying it's on the western road. When you see the weighing house, that's when you turn left and go down that part of the gully.
I feel like if we do this wrong, we're gonna get spirited away into evil cult magic town, and we're gonna get kidnapped. Something horrible is happening here.
Yeah.
She just nods, and and kind of almost watches him as they pull away
You
out
all
of the corner of her eye.
continue into the gully proper and see it extend out in front of you. The town is quiet. There is actually no one in the street in front of you, but as you make your way, you do every so often notice little bits of movement, whatnot. People peeking out of doorways and eyes and whatnot. There is life here, and people are in their homes and whatnot. But damn, I said whatnot a
Just
lot.
terrified.
Not terrified,
The day.
watching, curious, because there's people outside, and if any times you make contact with an old man here, a kid there that looks at you, they turn away right away and close the shutters.
Jesus.
You know,
All right,
Whatever.
fucking. What's the town from the fucking? Well, the fish people. But
Huh?
Call of Cthulhu.
Oh. The. That's
It's
not
not
Innsmouth.
Eastwick. It's Innsmouth, yeah.
It is Innsmouth? Well,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's really cool.
Uh,
I'm also
girl.
realizing horrifyingly in real time that Carla is genre aware, but she also thinks that she could win the horror movie novel if she were.
Perfect.
Talon is going. I need to read Talon. He's going gray early, actually.
As you have a chance to speak amongst yourselves, a few more things you notice, Carla and Talon and others that wish to, on that crit instinct roll. The homes are low stone homes with layered wooden shutters, and you notice that the seams have been extra sealed with creme. Like, normally, creme is a very easy way to seal buildings when you can't afford proper infrastructure and whatnot, but they seem to have an extra seal of creme on any of the seams of doorways, like corners of the buildings, anywhere where, like, air could travel out of the house. That's
Which
not
is
a
weird.
door window.
Because they're protected from high storms already.
Yeah. Yeah. Talon shares a look with Carla, I think, for a second, and will like whisper to her, "Are we staying here or are we leaving?"
Something is clearly going on here. This could have to do. Liz and I need to find out more information about Bethap. This could be the place to do it. Something's clearly up. Very up.
Yeah, it's very up. What the fuck are we supposed to do about it?
We don't have to do anything about it, but I do want to find out what the hell their deal is.
Just furiously taking notes in the background.
I feel like Talon very frequently is forced to be the distraction while Talon listens to things. He's like, again.
Look, we'll just go to the guest house, see what they say. If it's crazy, we don't have to stay there, but we have to at least look.
Yes, Brightness. Whatever you say, Brightness.
Well, what is sort of a little bit of like, what is the word I'm trying to think of? Sarcasm and also exasperation. She takes as like, I win. So she's just like, and then like continues to drive the carriage.
Cart continues, and up ahead you can see where it seems like the gully splits into two roads, right? As if so there are like multiple roads in this town thanks to just how the gully has had water bend this way into two areas. As you are continuing towards there, you notice a few more things about the houses. One is that there's windows, but of course, back alley like this, no glass. It's all, open windows with storm shutters on them. But you notice that there's quite a few windows. And then you notice a few that have been opened, and there's like shutters on them, and as it opens just to the wall of the house. A false
The
window
fuck?
that doesn't actually peer into anything.
Does it look like it was sealed in? Like it used to be a window and is sealed in?
No, looks like there's a wall there, and someone just put the outside of a window on.
This place is so weird.
Oh, fucking
They're
strange.
fish people. They're
fuck is
fucking fish
going
people from another world.
They're pretending to be human.
Someone-
Carla, I think cranes her, like sees one of those, and just can't resist fully craning her head to look at Liz, and Mal's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh no.
Liz.
Actually, question.
Yeah.
You said before you've seen like the occasional like old man kid that me ran inside their house, shut the windows, kind of thing.
Not ran inside. They
Do we-
looked at you from inside their house.
Oh,
And then
I see.
when you made eye contact, they closed the shutters.
Could we see what kind of expressions they had before they closed the shutters?
Give me an instinct roll, because this is more fine detail, because you're trying to peer through the window in the split second before they yeah, see how much detail you can get.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah!
Okay, wow. These are the kind of rolls I like to see at the beginning.
Start on a high note.
There
end on a
is
low note.
a full village here, Liz. You're taking notes, you're looking, and you do see, no, there are people here, families and whatnot, and it, like, village, not thriving, but it is populated. But there's one thing, because of that high roll you put together, everyone looks, they're not, like, the old people aren't laughing, the adults aren't laughing, the kids are still, like, they have some flush in their
Mirth.
cheeks, and they're smiling, they're, like, curious, right? It doesn't look like they are, like, inhuman or anything. But old person to adult to kid, they all have bags under their eyes. They all look like they have been missing sleep.
Oh no.
This is either that town in Skyrim where they're all having horrible nightmares, or there's a giant evil spread somewhere doing something really bad.
I think I'm starting to put things together that Liz wouldn't know yet.
In addition, because of that high roll, I will say, as Carla points out to these false windows to you, you notice that quite a few of them are, just go to walls, but some of them have paper, like something in there, like placed in there. And you can make out paper picture drawing, like children's drawings in a few of these.
Oh,
And they're children's drawings of just like stick figure people, like maybe a stick figures of a family in one, another is of just a husband and a wife, right? Just random stick figured like children's drawings in some of these false windows.
in the false window?
Yeah.
I hate it here. I want to go home. You did not give us creepy horror movie child drawings.
Do we see any glyphs around? Any kind of
Glyphs?
charms or anything? Like glyphs, charms,
like-
anything like that?
Yeah.
Or is it just these drawings?
Yeah, there's glyphs.
Before.
Glyphs of protection, like in places and whatnot. But yeah, maybe a little bit more than normal now that you're just noticing, but not super uncommon. You don't see many other glyphs. Like people would hang all sorts of glyphs out and use them for things, but it's really just protection.
Guys are so fucked. You said the shutters were multi-layered, right?
The shutters are multi-layered. Yeah, there's like full storm shutters, but
Mhm.
you do see that there's a bit of difference in that storm shutters, people use storm shutters when the storm's coming, they put them down. These things look a bit looser, but at the same time, like, as if some people have closed their storm shutters when they met your eyes. Which normally they are more of an operation. They're like hurricane shutters, you have to go out, you have to pull a thing and bring it back down. These have been changed such that they're easy to close and they close fully all the way down.
From the inside.
from the inside, as if they close these a lot.
So
Yeah.
does it seem like they're trying to like airtight seal their houses against something?
They're playing defense.
A bit.
And
Against what?
And like they have fake windows with fake families in them,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
false target.
Yeah.
What?
I
hate
that.
blood
It's
painted on
not-
the doors.
It's not. It's not like they can go outside to close a window, because something's out there, so they have to do it from the inside.
Is it so? We're in the gully, right? Is there anything on top of the gully?
Just that
Like-
forest, like told you, the trees are like you can see them from down here, like planted above.
Is the guardhouse also in this gully, or the guest house?
You see how it splits to left and right? You remember the direction that it would have been on the left, a number of houses down. But as you guys are approaching, you do see there is one house where the guard probably told you to make a turn, the weighing house, which you guys, knowing towns enough, is like a place where people, like farmers, sell their grain to millers and they weigh the grain there. The first
Is there? Okay.
This is the first aspect of life you see. You actually see a cart out in front of the weighing house. And you see a chell there, a single chell, and what seems to be a man standing in front of, like, a sort of opening with a, like, stand, as he has a bunch of, like, lavish grain on top of the stand, as he's talking to someone that you can't see inside the weighing house.
Can we, if we sort of turn far enough away to be, no, I know we're on an open road, so I don't know if it's possible. Just like turn, not surreptitiously, turn in a normal manner, far
Subtly.
away, subtly. Thank you. I was like S words, so that like trying not to draw notice to ourselves. Can we try to overhear what they're saying at all?
I'm gonna be mean. No. The only way is to get close enough to actually his cart. You would have to get to, like, you have to be standing next to his cart to be able to overhear. Because they just seem to be, like, not whispering, but, like, talking, you know, normal conversation over the
Okay,
counter.
who's sneaky?
Let's just gonna look over at Nessa, just to try and read her expression real quick.
Nessa has been looking out the other end of the cart and has just been looking around between the houses. You see an eyebrow arch. Like she's also trying to put information together that's not making sense.
Carla kind of turns back and is like, if one of you go over there so you're close enough to hear and then pretend to need directions to the guest house, we can see what they're talking about.
Like I said, I like my brightness as Liz starts to climb out.
Nice.
Yeah, Talon was not volunteering for that.
Oh yeah, I think it would make sense for one of the dark eyes to do it, probably.
Nessa will catch your shoulder, Liz, and say, easy now, just let them underestimate, if anything. You go see what you can find out. I'm going to see what if I can figure out too and wander about. And you see she points, because there does seem to be some alleys between these houses. And looks at you, Tal, and says, I'll catch up. You guys will be going
Talon
to...
looks at her like no words, but he like looks at her like, why the fuck are you disappearing?
We require information,
This is
no?
Okay. Yep. Sure.
My daughter will see what she can overhear from that farmer there. I'll see what I can figure out off to the side, see if I can listen in on some of these homes. In either case, we meet up at whatever this guest house is.
Yes, ma'am.
She will hop from the back and slink towards one of the alleys between the two houses. As Liz, I'm thinking, hops off the front and will be slinking towards the weighing house.
Yes.
Alright. Liz, give me finesse to see if you can approach without notice.
Very specifically doing the kind of sneaking where it's like I'm not like singing to the shadows or anything, but just less noticeable. Your attention
Um,
is directed. Hmm?
yes, Belle, I will let you know one thing, right?
Mhm.
Liz would judge this scenario. Hey, this is a farmer. This is a town. People look sleepy. Um, like she would estimate the DC for this would be like 10. I'm telling you
Hmm.
now, the DC is 16.
Okay,
Good
gotcha.
luck.
Understood. Oh, that's great. Okay, yeah. It's yeah. She's very like relaxed about it. I'm like, yeah. All I gotta do is make it feel like I'm walking up in a way that they aren't gonna react, and they're just gonna keep talking for a bit, and I can just listen. But then before I get to ask my thing. Meanwhile, on the other hand, what actually is happening is, ooh,
Okay,
Nothing.
Okay, but you meet the DC.
success. Liz, you creep and get out in front of the cart so the others are a ways away, such that, when a shell cart comes, they will be noticed. So you get out in front before your companions are close enough and get to the chell of the farmer itself and his cart and peer over, see a bunch of lava grain, go around, sneaking around the back and getting closer to the weighing house, this large stone sort of house that just seems to have a door on one side and then also like this opening where it seems lava grains put and this farmer very basic clothes like for farmer clothes even it seems a little like unkempt, not like dirty but more so like he himself has not taken care of them, washed them as much as he needs to, and like cleaned them as much as he should. He is just in a tired voice speaking over and says, come on, Dalig, good for it. Just these 3 bundles. That's all I have for now. It says, I understand, Ken. It's just. No, you're right. And here, I will get the fears now. On that roll with fear, I'm going to ask you who noticed you. Either the miller, whose face you have not seen that's inside, or this farmer.
I think it's almost like almost putting the farmer in a position where they're almost gonna be like inherently more mistrusting of Liz, is that the miller turns away and then the farmer realizes this like presence
Okay.
approaching.
You can hear the voice, and the farmer voice is very tired. Old man, unkept beard, dark eyes. Like, see a hat he's just holding in his hands, sun hat. Um, and then you're not unstealthy. You put a foot down and you see the stone there, right? Like, is a little wet being in the middle of the road, and you slip just an inch and a little sound, and you see his body freeze and he looks over his shoulder.
Ahoy there.
Mhm.
Hmm? I
Oh,
just had a few questions to ask you. Hmm? We're travelers from out of town. We're trying to make our way to a guest house that we heard was around here.
ah,
Seems
uh, he turns around and is like, evening, morning, sorry. Travelers, you say? Uh,
Yeah.
I see. Mm, sorry, my manners. I'm Kem. Welcome to town.
I appreciate the warm welcome. Liz. My name's Liz. Do you seem all right there, man? You're a bit seem out of sorts. You've been not sleeping well lately.
Sleeping as much as I can. He looks over, and the shuttle cart of Carl and the others are in the middle of the road, so he sees it and says, "Your friends, I presume, then."
Yes, they're looking for those directions, same as I.
Directions, yes. And you see, like, yeah, he's like stumbling over his words because he does seem tired, and says, um, "And how long are you and your friends staying?"
Well, we've been given warning to not overstay our welcome, so we're trying to keep it to mere night and try to read immediately the expression. Uh, upon saying that, knowing that we were told to leave before nightfall even.
You are staying the night then.
Yes, we've made quite a journey now. Be difficult to simply keep pushing forward in these conditions.
I'm going to
Your
use your success as well as your instinct roll from before to give you a bit of instinct in this scenario as well, just because it's hard to track. Like when you said something, right, and he looked over his shoulder, he looked around again, and you kept talking, and he seemed to have been like a little surprised at that. But then you talking about being traveling in the world, that he's like relaxing again, right? He seemed like for some reason, the words you said right after he turned around, he was like put off by.
Interesting.
But no, I see.
Like,
They're travelers.
what?
Mhm.
What did
Specifically,
she
like,
say right now?
like
It's like he
greeting
expected
him.
you to say something else, is what it said. Not like the specific word you did say. He expected you to say something else. When he turned around and looked at you. But yes, no, travelers. That makes sense. Of course, you're staying the night. No, yes, we do have the guest house. It just has been of sorts for a while, and no, come, I can show you to it if your companions wish.
That would be incredibly helpful of you. Thank you so much. Cam, you said?
Yes, Cam.
Cam.
You see Liz returns with this disheveled-looking farmer, right? Disheveled in the way of he doesn't look like he's taking care of himself, and like everyone else you've seen, not getting much sleep.
Just, what's it called? Like, we're moving slowly enough where we don't have to be in the caravan itself, so I think I'll, walk alongside him.
Yeah. He'll walk. He seems to have no problem at all leaving his cart by the weighing house, and just walks alongside you as he bows to Talon and Carla, being light eyes, and says, "Bright Lord, Bright Lady."
Carla nods. Is it evening?
Like
What time is
afternoon, going about evening almost.
Yeah, she nods at him. Evening. And then kind of sort of looks to Liz in a sort of a expectantly, what's going on. Not surprised, but just
Yeah.
looks to Liz to explain.
Cam here is gracious enough to provide us direct direction to our guest house. And Carla gets a look from Liz that's a familiar one, along the idea of, we gotta ring this guy for all the information we can get.
Yeah. She nods and then looks back at him. That's very kind of you.
I am but of service, Brightness. Come, I will show you the way. I apologize. I don't know how much the guest house has been maintained as of late.
She just sort of nods and gives it a moment as they start on their way before she talks again. So, you're a farmer here.
I, ma'am. I have been so.
You're from Rashir then, originally?
Yes. Yes, I am. Grew up here.
She sort of smiles a little. It's a fake smile. She's trying to be convincing. Smiles a little bit. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like to be from a small town like this. I'm from the city myself.
And how are the cities nowadays? We don't get much word now, but there's been activity afoot, a road being built, something about a new king.
She looks over at Talon and then raises an eyebrow at this and then looks back to him. I'm surprised the new road hasn't brought you more news. Are not many people traveling through here?
No, they are. It just prior, this road was the one travelers would have to take. That and he points back to the road you came from, the one that goes through all of Rashir, entering one end and exiting out. But with the new road, it seems travelers do not need to stay in the town. They can more readily pass by.
She nods. Well, it's a shame they're not bringing as much business in.
And I would not ask for that much. Business. And he just seems to like they're off. He's just like he seems to be like not agree with that statement, but doesn't know how to disagree with the bright lady.
She looks to Les, like seeing him sort of like a little bit reluctant to talk to her. Sort of gives Les like a wink nudge.
I will say he seem reluctant as much to talk to you. He just didn't know how to disagree, so he kind of pivots and says like, "But no, yes,
Yeah.
the cities. How is it like? My wife always wanted to visit and see the capital. Is that where the king is now? Ariel. He's based there.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, the king wouldn't bother with Ariel.
Oh,
The city's overrated, honestly. The countryside's lovely.
I don't quite understand. If there is a new high prince, or wouldn't they be in Ariel then?
Ah, I see what you've misunderstood, Cam. Alethkar is in the process, or no, at this point, Alethkar's been united.
Oh, damn, we're just, yeah.
You surely
Uh,
jest. I assume the new king was the high prince of the territory. Alethkar has not been
No.
united since what they say, the Sunmaker's time?
Yes, well, we live in interesting time.
And
No
he
one
gets
at
a
all
little,
has brought you news.
Um, this has actually been the most I've spoken to a traveler in much time. My wife, she would speak more, but. And he gets a little. Like, not choked up, but like he. It does seem like he loses words for a sec. Like, she would have asked more questions and been more wanting of what life's been outside of town.
Well, at least in her current absence, I know that my bright lady would be more than welcome to ask you questions. One thing that she was curious about were these uh, pictures we saw in those windows. It's a fascinating piece of culture that we haven't seen anywhere else. Could you just simply explain what the history behind such a action is?
Hmm. Yes, no, yes, of course.
Staring. She's not trying to stare at him exactly, but she's watching as intently as she can to like be like, what is his reaction?
What's the
There-
deal, dude?
What the fuck is going on?
We are. We. Not all of us know letters and whatnot, so we do our best. The charms, the glyphs that have been written here have been mostly done by the same person or so as a service to others, but those that can't read or write, it's much easier just to have either our kids or ourselves draw a bit of protective sort of glyph as well as a memorial thing. The drawings are to either protect families or to remember those no longer around. And he will
Carla-
basically conveys that it's most of these are family drawings to either
Yeah.
protect these members of the family, or they're made after someone in that picture has passed for some reason.
Carla looks to Liz sort of over behind the back of this farmer, like, and she gives her like a what the fuck look of like, because this is not normal. Like, yes, protective glyphs and like, and charms, and like, maybe there's weird towns that have like interesting
I think
customs, but I think she's reading this as like, why is that like, why are so many people dead? I mean, like, obviously the survival rate's not high for a small town that probably doesn't, that is clearly has to be entirely self-sufficient, but like, I think she's just like, she's looking at Liz like, I don't buy that that's the whole like story.
Oh, here we are. Sorry, I almost lost my step. And you see he points over to a stone house that is separate. Like, you haven't seen really alleyways. These are large alleyways that go right into the gully, separating this house from the others. A stone house, 1 story, creme sealed, all the same. One big difference from all the houses: no windows at all.
Hate that.
This is the
She,
guest house. Anyone has free use of it.
I see, thank you. It looks a little dark, but I'm sure we'll make do. I think she steps as gracefully as she can manage down from the carriage seat, and still keeps a respectful distance from the farmer. Or actually, no, I think she just steps down right, not like crowding him, but next to him, just out of curiosity if he like reacts at all. But steps down.
No.
Your directions are much appreciated.
Of course, if I can be of service, brightness. And he seems like very, very normal, like how you expect a peasant to act. It's just he's a bit slower because you can see that he's tired.
Yeah. I am rather familiar with glyph boards myself. Perhaps as a thank you, I can draw you one.
He will smile, but his eyes look so sad. I fear I am no longer need of protection, brightness. I no longer have anything needing to be protected.
Oh no!
Holy shit.
But come, let us make sure the guest house is functional. And he will put a hand on the door to open it and creak it open as you look interior. Darkness. There's a table, a rickety bed, but it is literally like a single room. No windows. But he is transfixed on the ground, as on the ground there is what looks like a wooden bar that like you would do to like seal a door, right? Bar the door from one end, and it's broken on the ground.
I hate it here.
It like, I'm assuming this is like snapped off as though the door were forced inward kind of vibe.
The door doesn't seem damaged, and if anything, it looks like when someone maybe have took this out to unbar the door, they did it with such a rush, as well as with like the wood is so old now that it's splintered the wood. It's as if someone had like, it was like, not the door has no damage, so it was like, someone fucking wanted to get out really bad.
Cool, hate that.
Want to get out.
Carla's standing, just kind of looking over her shoulder at the broken, shattered wood bar. Well, that's a shame.
Okay.
What is his expression?
Apologize, brightness. This is by no means suitable for a person of your station. And he's like thinking. if I may be so bold, uh, if it would be permissible, you may stay at my place.
We wouldn't want to intrude.
No, no.
But she does look in at the guest house and make a little bit of a face.
No, once again, I can only give so much, but if my farmhouse will be of any comfort to you, I would provide it.
She briefly looks up to make eyes at Liz.
You see Liz is kind of not elsewhere, but like that expression of like just trying to put the pieces together. And it's just not happening because there's something we're missing, and Liz just doesn't know what. Because Liz does not have a good knowledge of that.
Does she look at Carla at all?
I think like after a few moments, it's like Liz realizes and looks up at Carla. What? Oh, yes, we would be grateful for the opportunity to stay with you, Ken.
We would pay for the accommodation, of course, as a thank you
Ah.
for the hospitality.
No, don't mind it at all. It's the least I can do. And he's going to step away from the door, like, very much not going in and not, like, try to almost, like, not think about it, like, eyes to the ground and then away.
Carla does try to get as good of a look into the guest house as she can. Are there any, like, personal effects left behind? Like, does it look like somebody just left their shit and ran?
Give me an... So you want to see it from the outside?
Yeah, she's, like, peering in. She can, like, lean into the doorway a little bit. And so out of sort of just, like, a... like... He's
Okay.
stepping away to go. She just, like, leans in to look. And she's like...
So you don't want to go inside. Correct. I will say, if
No?
you give me an instinct roll, if you want to make it from outside, spend a hope to just make the roll. Versus not having to spend that hope if you are willing to walk inside.
Question:
Yeah.
Can I spend a hope to give advantage by having Liz walk inside?
You could just walk inside if you wish yourself.
You go inside and make a roll?
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
make a roll.
No,
I've
Liz
realized-
also wants to investigate, but I want to do this. I don't know. I want to help Carla do this, but I also want to see what happens. Liz wants to walk inside. Liz wants to see what's up. Liz wants to investigate. It's just.
It's like Carla sort of like nonchalantly leans over the doorway to look inside, and Liz just like marches on in.
You guys can
Yeah.
tag team duality roll it if you want.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I don't
that'd be
remember
so
how that,
cool.
but that would be fun.
So you can
Is
each
Talon
spend.
still at work, by the way?
Yeah, Talon's just like watching. It's like, nope.
Yeah,
It's like
Talon is doing the smart
Talon's the
thing.
one who's like, I actually have genre awareness, and this is bad.
yeah. Honestly, yes. He's watching the two kids be dumb and just like, I've read this book before, except I haven't because I can't read.
I've seen it play before.
Yeah, like the moment Liz goes in the room, he's like immediately sort of like, like standing up a little straighter, but like he has been kind of like cut in between, like looking at you guys to make sure that like nobody jumps to you, and then looking back to be like, where the fuck is it Nessa?
The other adult.
Yeah. It's like, because in his head, the worst has already happened. Someone has like kidnapped and or murdered her, and now we're next.
Nah, this is fine. She's cool and strong.
So yeah, but the moment Liz goes into the scary fucking dark room with the broken door jamb, she, Talon is on all attention on this conversation situation.
I think for Carla, like, this place is weird as hell and creepy and, like, so bizarre. But, like, the part of her that is young and believes in ghost stories, and the part of her that is trying to be a full adult merchant caravan leader, are, like, caravan leader says, worst thing it could be is bandits, and I should just put on a brave face and, like, what's the worst that could happen? We'll just be careful and we'll be fine. And so is like, no, nothing really bad and weird could be happening here. This town's just strange.
Yep. The strangers that we can uncover and figure out, and everything will make sense. Let's do this.
Exactly. Logical explanation. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll.
How do we do a vested duality roll again?
So you can choose to spend 1 or 2 hope. If you spend 1 hope, roll a d12 and it'll be a fear die. Spend 2 hope and it'll be a hope die.
Do we each get to spend?
Yes, we both have to spend to do the thing. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 hope, as well as use my
Okay.
tactician ability, which I believe by default says while making a tag team roll, you can roll d20 as your hope die. I'd like to use that, but as a d20 for vested duality, rather.
Yes.
Vested duality die.
Yes,
Cool.
that very
Awesome.
much
Okay.
applies.
Okay.
So if I only spend 1 hope, then there's a chance. If I only spend 1 hope, there's a chance we roll with fear. If I spend 2, we will roll with hope for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. It depends on how
I've
much you
got
want
hope.
to.
I've got hope
Hope
to spare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
There's no reason not to.
You can also remember, if you want to, I don't know if you have experience with this specifically, but if you want to spend 1 hope for to go, or 1 hope to roll with fear, and the other hope to get advantages or anything. But up to you.
I guess when 1 hope to roll with fear and 1 hope to use proving yourself is worth the risk.
True. That very much does apply right now.
Yeah.
Or I could spend 3 hope and do both. Because, well, then I'll only get the
Okay.
1. Then I'll be down to 2. I think you're using your thing. I think I'm just going to spend the 2 hope to make it a hope die.
All right. Let's do this. We got this.
Oh, wait. You're
Alright.
yeah.
What kind of
You
roll?
are
is this again?
rolling a 20, so, like, I
Yeah,
could just
yeah.
spend the 1.
Yeah, and, risk it with fear. Listen, on average, a d20 should be bigger than a d12, so.
Oh, no. See, here's the thing. I think it would be fun if we rolled with fear, so now I kind of want there to be a risk of it.
Oh my gosh.
I think it'd be crazy if you got a really high roll with fear. Or a really high roll, but had a chance for fear.
Okay, I've been doing stupid things all game. I think I'm just going to use the hope die. It'll be fine, guys.
Okay.
All right, let's see it. Roll a d20, roll a d12. There should be buttons on the bottom.
What kind of roll is this again? Like, what attribute?
No attribute. Oh yeah, you're right. Just do the thing, and then you get to tell me which attribute by the way you're investigating this place.
Gotcha.
Well, Jesus.
That's a
Good
pretty
thing
high
I was-
roll. Holy god.
Oh, holy
I
shit.
really scared
Okay.
myself.
29 with hope, even, and then additional modifiers. You guys rolled very high. Both
I
of you
think-
get a hope. Hmm.
Yay!
I think Carla would be trying to go at this from a knowledge perspective because she's like, okay, a traveler stayed here, maybe a merchant, maybe not. Like, if she was looking specifically for like abandoned effects, like personal effects and such, like evidence of what kind of person was here and how much of a rush they left in, more than like this, like, yeah.
No, we're gonna do this because. Oh yeah, go for it. You.
I was gonna say, I think almost like setting up Carla for that, of Carla like putting the pieces together. Liz is just full, like what's it called? Full searching, full like instinct of trying to find everything they can, get all the details as possible that Carla can then use to actually put together what's going on, what happened.
You both work together, come at this. Talon stands at the ready, just watching the corners, the shadows, and the outside to make sure no one approaches or jumps you while you all are so concentrating. Carla, you look around and you can see some things. You see a pack there, cups there, probably brought by the person themselves, things, utensils when they're drinking out of their camp. You put together a picture. You do see things left there. And via the things, I'll just tell you the picture that Carla gets. Another merchant's probably passing through on his own. No guards, no other people coming with him. Stayed in this guest house. It couldn't have been more than 2 weeks, max. Probably less. He stayed, turned in for the night. Definitely, by the way he was pacing, he was like, didn't like the fact there were no windows in the house, and so just paced a bit before like settling down with a cup of tea, putting his fears out. The spheres are gone now, maybe done, and then you see maybe one or two on the side that are done after so long, and you're like,
I would.
why are they done already? Then you look and see, like, nope, this guy's settled down. His chair, there's a little squivel mark. You see he was turned away from the door, and the squivel mark is so that he turned towards the door really fast. You can imagine that movement. Turned towards the door, his chair super fast, so just left a mark on the floor and then stood up. You then look where the broken beam is and can imagine the silhouette of this merchant rushing towards the door and heaving the thing off before he opens the door and rushes out. He never slept. Like, something before he turned into the night made him go to the door with such a fury that he had to go out and see what was outside.
You said it's weird that the spheres are done, not that they just like seem like they ran out in their own time.
Yeah, like perhaps he used done enough spheres, but considering, like, why would he not use the best spheres he had on him for light? And a merchant knows to keep at least a sphere that will last until the next high storm, just in case.
Yeah.
The clue was like, oh,
Also, she's also notes the spheres because, like, if he's been gone for a week or two and clearly has no intention of coming back, why did no one in the town come take the spheres?
yeah. Like, you can be like, no one has entered this house since that merchant left. The first person to have opened that door was Ken in, like, since that merchant's left that door open, and it must have closed itself back. That's what you discover. You go inside, Liz, and walk and look around. It is a single room that has all the aspects of things left behind by this merchant that seemed to have a pack on him and maybe had a cart that's no longer outside. Maybe the child could have left on it, the villagers could have taken it, but basically that would have been gone. But at least his assets, his things he kept on him, are still there. A pack, basic tools, things for camping, bedroll. You notice there's not much that was in this room without, like, being brought in by the merchant, except table, chair, bed. Then you turn and see where the door is open. You can see something behind the door. You spy writing on the wall behind the door that Carla can't see. And I will send you what it says. Because of your good-ass roll, none of these words are scrubbed out by time, which normally they would be. These were words not written by the merchant, but you can assume were there from somebody, village or otherwise, that left these there.
I hate this a lot.
I feel all my synapses firing.
Bell, I will send
None
you
of mine are
those.
firing. I'm just scared.
And whether or not you read this out loud, whether or not, let's share this, I want you to read this out loud, knowing this is where we'll end the session.
Oh, that's fucked. I think Liz does whisper it out loud in such a way that Carla can hear for sure. At fall of dark, be under stone. Bar every way, stay your own. Turn toward the windows, keep your place, till no one lifts his lantern face. Then quench the lamp and go to bed. Sleep to the calls of wandering dead.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Oh god, we're so fucked!
Why are there zombies?
That's where we'll end the session. That's where we'll end the session.
No one lifts
When night falls, be under stone. Something turn toward the windows, keep your place till something lantern.
It's just lantern.
Who's
names.
Nomon?
That's a
Fall
really
from
good
the inner
question.
soul, bar every way and stay your own. Turn toward the windows, keep your place till Nomon lifts his lantern face.
You would all know
Nomon?
Nomen is the second moon. There are 3
Oh.
moons, and so
I forgot.
Nomen is the second.
Then quench the lamp and go to bed. Sleep through the calls of wandering dead.
So, the cycles of the moon. Is it like we see all 3 moons every night,
Yes.
or have they all go through the same
All
arcs?
3
Okay.
moons rise and fall each night.
So between the first and second moon, bar all the doors. If there's windows,
toward the windows.
don't move.
Turn towards them, but don't go towards them.
Which is why there's the freaky ass drawings in the window.
Yeah.
With the fake windows. What the fuck?
Fake windows that we can't reach.
Yeah. Sleep
But
through
they
the
can
calls
be
of the
shut.
wandering dead, like people, like the spirits trying to find their families. I hate this.
Oh my god. Spirit trying to find. Oh my god.
So this dude's wife comes back every second moon?
God, I don't like this. This is
And
so
no
cool.
one-
I hate it.
But everyone just refuses to do the last one. Just sleep through the call. I wonder why.
Jeez, how come you can't get any rest?
Quench the lamp and go to bed.
Sleep through the. And this man is literally saving our lives by having us. Either he's going to sacrifice us, or he's saving our lives because he knows what to do.
They're all. 'Cause the issue is, I don't know if he's doing either. Because he's like, I have nothing to protect anymore. I don't think he has already. I think he's about to do the thing where I'm going to turn to. I think he's going to turn to the window and not keep his place.
He's not giving his
Yeah.
place in the window. Yeah, but what would?
Yeah. It's like, hey, you guys
He's
stay
like,
in my
he needs to
house
open
while
the
I
door to his
die.
wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
I-
he was like, I haven't come stay at my house, my brain was immediately like, he's gonna try and sacrifice this to bring his wife back. I don't know how that works, but that's immediately where my brain went.
No, here's the thing. Yes, but the issue is, everyone here is actually kind. And that's the worst part.
I know. They're trying so hard. Because, like, so many
To
people here
save
have
us.
died.
And way too many people have died in this town. I don't like this. Have any of you read Between Two Fires?
I haven't.
Okay, there's a scene in it where everyone.
Okay, and that's a wrap. It was fun.